All right, we're in our intro. We'll be with you guys in just a few minutes. When the dark tides loom, you send the hand of flame. These 7 exquisite members are here to light your way. In a bright, fiery ember and a ashen core, each high-facing value painted in a bright ruby, representing the relics of the true faith. And in the darkest of tides, they still glow. These UV-reactive clicky-clackies are meant for your collection. Get them before the pre-orders close, October 31st. Now let's let the 7 members speak for themselves. That's the best I should have added that. We'll have to do our summer love version of them and put fucking flame strikes and clicky clackies. Hey everybody, welcome to Ethauntia Dark Tides. This is episode 9 for season 3. Dream Theater. Those are the new dice that are up on the site. They're only through the end of this month. After that, gone forever. Just like the original set. We won't do them again in that color variety. Maybe we'll do one that has a new color facing, but you'll never see that exact version again. Thank you to Dice Wife for making those. They are fucking amazing. This is the second series we've done with them. I intend to do all the Hands of Flame and eventually all the orders. That is my grand scheme, one could say. And then maybe when they're all done, if that ever happens, I got something. I want to do a full collection where it's one of each color. But I know those are going to cost me a lot more to make because they're going to be a pain in the butt. So today, everybody, we are kicking off where we left off, and that is with our group in a very shitty situation. They have came back to the Everston Manor in hopes of maybe finishing what they started in season 1. And it's all because there was a group of women and a gentleman outside that were doing an old ritual, because that's what Everston had realized with his time in studying the Gravelighters organization. They're using an old ritual to bind them to a lantern. That lantern was very old. And the group, I think, slowly started to piece back together that Everston Manor was the place that some of the lanterns were made originally. They may not be the only place, but the art of making them started in the basement of Everston Manor. So it's kind of dangerous. They stepped in and they didn't attack them on sight. I was really expecting you guys to attack this group of women and the guy on site, but you didn't. And right now, you have made your way into what seems to be this war between spirits and something else. Everston's mother, Loretta, is kind of on her last leg of holding her sanity from them being gone for 18 months and them being stuck together in this, full lantern that doesn't have enough space for anybody else. And then after that, they came out and got the Merrifield and they got everything going again, and the town was up and running, and the Inquisitors knew what was going on after chasing them. And they even heard about Gravelighters for the first time. But this scene here, Everston walked upstairs to talk to his mother, and she is bricking up the Keeper of Dreams in a fireplace. The entire area they're in is flooding. The walls are dripping with water. Everything is going south. They believe it might be something to do with the lantern itself. I don't think we've really identified what yet. And that's where we're going to start off with the group. I got to ask, how many hero points does the group think they have right now? Because we are low on cards.
Not enough.
I mean, if I look at the updated list.
Oh, I didn't put an updated list out today.
Let's see.
Because I can tell you last show, Born in Death, mostly patches were used. Voss only used 1 hero point, so you should have a little bit left. Someone in the chat just gave Everston a patch, so Everston has a patch for the show.
Let's see, I see you. Thank you.
And then...
You're the real MVP.
Let me write down... I'm going to make our little chart here for our show. We do have a bunch of contacts. If groups decide they want to use contacts to this, remember you can use a spirit that's here, whatever you think makes sense for it to make sure that you can make checks easier. There is, I don't know if we have any spell cards left for Voss, but I'll definitely look through it. And then I think this is the first time you guys have really been back to the manor since season 1, right?
I mean, yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, because season 2 was we were gonna try and do stuff, and that all got derailed. So.
Yeah, I think this is it. I think this is the first time.
It was the end of season 1, right, where we went into the tree?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I don't think we've really dealt with the house a lot since then, because we've been swept up in the whole Gravelighter thing ever since.
Gravelighters and fey courts and serial killers and
nightmare gods.
Hey, what are you trying to say? You trying to say that I've made it too difficult for you? That there's been too much going on?
I'm just saying we are a very busy group of individuals.
Yeah, it's just very busy.
Too busy to come home for the holidays. It's just that simple.
Sorry, Mom, I can't come home for the holidays. I'm too busy to see you.
We were having some issues with the Lady of the Tides. We needed to get that resolved.
It's true.
I tried calling you, but I was asleep for 18 months. Sorry.
Right. I was in a coma for 18 months, Mom. Sorry.
So there's no map for this scene because it's such a small space. It's literally just, honestly, it's like a lower floor and an upper floor of what used to be a carriage house. And the upper floor has an area to stay in. Nero, which is Everston's father, and Loretta are staying in there right now in their spirit forms. You, as far as you know, are not inside the lantern. Everyone's made their checks. You're out of the lantern. This is a real thing happening. But surrounding this small carriage house is spirits all over outside. The only person on the second floor right now is Everston. Everybody else stayed on the first floor of this room. When the flooding started to happen, is dripping from the ceiling, and you see spirits running by the windows outside, manifesting with old-looking rifles and gunshots going off.
Yeah, we were on our way up the staircase when we ended.
Well, yeah, that's when the gunshots started going off outside. So my question to the group is, do you continue your way upstairs to the bricked off area, or are you going to go back down and investigate what's going on? Are we going to split the party? What do you guys want to do?
So I feel... Sorry, Drew, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I know Loretta's up. We all know Loretta's up there, and he's asking for assistance. I'm coming upstairs.
Yeah. If Everston's like, hey, man, I need help with Mom. I know how old and powerful she can be. Or she is, I should say. Yep. So Nora would make her way as well. Like, people with guns, that's fine. 4,000-plus-year-old elven summoner who can make, lanterns, that might be a little bit more important, so.
Mom's an ancient elf ghost. Dad is a summoned construct from another plane.
Right.
I'm a ghost in a machine.
Next on Maury Povich.
Next on the Everstons.
Like freeze
Christ.
frame. Everston turns to the camera. You're probably wondering how I got here.
Real Housewives of Cadra.
Jesus.
Oh, yes.
Are you serious?
Eric.
100%.
No.
Oh.
No. Nope. No.
Along with the murder podcast you two are going to do, we got to have like a scripted Real Housewives of Cadra show.
Absolutely.
Jesus.
I mean, we know some writers at this point. We can make that happen. So everyone's going upstairs though. That's the.
Yeah, I think as we head upstairs, I just double check that Lillian has the potion of water breathing I gave her.
Oh, she
last
does.
episode.
She has it clenched in her little grubby hands.
All right.
Oh, I didn't think about that because most of you can't breathe. Most of you still have to breathe, right? Like Voss has to. Half the party does. Half does. Yeah.
Half the party does.
Yeah, because that was the question. Do we give it to Lillian or myself? I'm like, she's more apt to be pissed at Lillian.
Oh yeah, they're
He's already
locked.
tried
I
to
can't
drown
play a
her
card.
once, so
Yeah, that is a very truthful statement.
refresh. I think he fixed
Okay, I'm
it.
working on it.
What, the cards?
All right, there we go.
It's the timer didn't click like it's supposed to. It's supposed to automatically swap it, and it doesn't. So I manually did it.
If that's the only tech gremlin interference we have tonight.
Shh! Don't summon them.
Don't invoke them. I know.
Don't invoke the gremlins.
Too late.
So
The stream has been muted for 40 years.
yeah, exactly. Yes. So as this happens,
Retroactively, all the VODs are silent.
as you guys are all making your way upstairs, Everston's the only one who is currently immune to this because she has no ill will towards her son. Everybody else, on the other hand, I need you all to give me will saves. Let me tell you, switching from 5e to PF2 to remember saves are not stats. Trying to remember. I fucked it up during recording all the traders stuff. Oh my god. So, will saves for everybody.
Take that.
I'm starting off, I don't know, with a 36.
Woo! Damn. Okay. What about the rest of you?
Well, I'm a master in will save, so.
I got a 41.
41, okay.
Oh, Ethauntia dice. I'm gonna spend.
You don't
my
have to make
patch.
any. You don't have to roll. Todd, you're immune.
Yeah, you don't have to roll. It's
Not
just
angry at
No.
you.
Yeah,
Just
she's not
the
mad at
rest of
you.
the gang. You got a 3?
Not immune to.
Is that
33.
a 33? You guys are
33.
15, right?
Yeah.
Are you all happy with that? Now, to remind everyone, to get everyone on the same page for the show, an average roll at level 15 is a 34.
I'm going to use a point.
An average DC, I should say. And if I were to increase it from hard, it'd be +2. Very hard is +5. You're dealing with Loretta, an over 2,000-year-old spirit. Just wanting to see who would be interested in using a patch or a card.
Yes, please.
Which one are you
Please,
using?
yeah.
Patch your card.
I was gonna go ahead and use a hero point.
Okay, card. Hero point it is. All right. Foxglove, hero point. Okay.
34.
Okay. Cool. And what did you get,
Not
Nora?
It's not a 33.
You got a 44?
I got a 36. I'll use a patch.
Okay.
That was a good call because I got a 40.
All right. Voss, what was yours?
Nice.
40. Yours was the 44.
41.
41, okay.
I got a 17 on the die. I'm not going to get much better.
When you get up, there is an immediate sense of like just sadness and despair. And with that, the spirit in the area, when you get to the top floor, there is a feeling of anger immediately. But every time you take a step in the water, you start to get flashes of like the saddest memories in your life. And because you made your will save, you can push them aside. So you don't have to worry too much about it out of the gate. Now, if you remember, she started bricking up the door that Everston was at. On top of that, behind her, she's bricking up this woman with blue and gold skin in a fireplace behind her in this small room. So the upstairs is kind of divided into a small section, which is like a living space, and a bigger section, which has like dining, a little area to cook, and so on. What does the group want to do? And I do need to know, did you bring Prith with you? Is he in his bag?
I thought I kept
Crusader played
Prith
this card.
at home, technically. Yeah, I kept him there because
Okay.
I don't need an adult-sized dragon flying around right now.
Okay. I'm not arguing that. Prith has gotten big, by the way.
That's what I mean, though.
Yeah. Prith is a big boy now. We've had, since the beginning of the show, this season, we've had an additional 6 cards played for him. So he's getting big. He's a big boy. And you left him in his time egg, so it's even quicker. His growth is times faster.
Right, because
So,
when you told us when we woke up and I finally saw him, I was like, yeah,
Yep.
no, we don't need this type of attention right now.
okay, just making sure. What does the party want to do? She's bricking up the doorway in front of Everston.
Everston, what? I'm pretty sure you can break this wall down yourself. Do you need some assistance, though?
It's not this wall I'm concerned with. It's who's behind the other one.
Bertha Crusader played this card.
Okay.
Wait, who's? What?
So I have to get out of the
We just
basic
got up here, so we
energy.
haven't seen this.
Right.
No.
All right. And I do my big sweeping robot arm and I point. There.
So behind her, you see the same thing. You see the woman getting bricked up in a fireplace. She has her hands out. You can see her golden eyes peering out. The room has got this kind of like misty flowing water in the air, definitely in the ethereal, not quite material yet. And Loretta is like taking mud and just slathering it across their hand and quickly putting bricks up in a very fast succession.
Is the water
Unnatural speed.
is the water coming from the person she's trying to brick up?
Only way you'd be able to do that is if you actually go over and look through the area she's bricking up. You wouldn't really be able to tell from a distance. You need to kind of be able to peer in the room a little more because there's no other viewport in besides that doorway. Because it would be a private room, like you go into this den. There are windows in that room, though.
And is this person, are they crying?
No sound, no nothing from there. All you can hear is the sound of bricks and mud slapping together. And Loretta's voice when she speaks. Everything else just sounds like you're underwater.
Miss Everston, why are you holding someone captive? Have they harmed the manor at all?
We're starting a conversation with Loretta. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, because no one else is.
All right.
I guess it would make sense for the
I'm
investigator to
definitely
ask,
not.
why do you have someone in your custody?
All right. Starting a conversation with Loretta. I would need a diplomacy check right out of the gate if that's what you're doing. Or are you trying to assess her to figure out what's going on?
I'm trying to.
Was that more of a
I'm trying to
prodding
assess
question
her.
or an actual question?
It's both.
Okay. Because
Like,
the way social works is you can either just try a check before you know what her weakness is, or you can try to assess the conversation to figure out what might be the right route to take. Or you can just go in. If you want to just go in and make a roll, that's totally acceptable as well. You just won't have an idea of what the best thing to do with her is.
I guess if it doesn't take me too long, I'll assess it. I just don't want to lose any more time.
We're not really in a
away.
combat turn. I will give everyone a
Okay.
chance to do something. If it gets into combat, we'll go into 3-action economy.
All right. I will take this moment to assess. Maybe spend, like a minute to start an investigation as to why Loretta's bricking up this poor lady.
Why not? Okay. You can definitely do that. If you're going to do it, it would be sense motive to figure out, or perception to figure out what's going on with her.
So that's going to be a 29. I'm going to use a hero point because that was a 2.
Uh-huh.
I was a little better. That's a 10, so I got a 39.
39. Let's see here. 39. It looks like she is protecting herself more than she is bricking up a woman in the fireplace. You notice the windows are in the beginning of being bricked up as well. When you look in the room, bricks will slowly appear between the ethereal, like where she's at, and the material. So the windows are getting bricked as well. Looks like they're fortifying the room. You're maybe seeing a past scene is what I would say. Or a memory.
Would this be an occultism to figure out more of what's going on in, like...
Yeah, it would be... Without stepping in the room, it's a little more difficult, but you can make an occult roll to try to figure out what's going on. That's definitely fine. Allie, I know Lillian is very good at occult as well. If somebody wants to make an occult roll.
So
The both of you can
Todd,
make
you're in the room. Kelly, are you in the room yet?
No, Todd's not in the room. He's outside. No one's went in yet.
Yeah, we're outside.
That's right. You're looking through the...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll roll an occultism and see what I can
Okay.
glean from what's happening outside and what's happening in here.
All right.
And while you do that similarly, I'm actually gonna try something a little new, if that's okay.
I don't give a shit.
So as we're getting up there with the kind of that flashback of the soldiers with guns and things just seeming a little bit off, Lillian would like to go ahead and cast retrocognition.
What does that do? Did you put it in chat?
I will now.
All right, let's go over to the battle cam.
So it's opening your mind to occult echoes. You gain impressions from past events that occurred in your current location. Retrocognition reveals psychic impressions from events that occurred over the course of the last day throughout the first 5 minutes of duration, followed by the impressions from the next day back, the next minute, and so on. These echoes don't play out like a vision, but instead reveal impressions of emotions and metaphors that provide cryptic clues and details of the past. If you witness a traumatic or turbulent event through an impression, the spell ends unless you succeed at a will save with a DC of at least 30, and possibly as much as 50, depending on the severity of the event, and the GM determines whether an event is traumatic and chooses the DC.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
Good luck. Good luck, skeleton.
Yeah, we'll do the traumatic event here, I guess.
My occultism was a 46.
There's two things you notice. The resonance in the area before she makes anything with that spell. The first thing, yes, it is definitely off-putting. There's a sadness in the air that is crushing. If you stay in here for too long, it's going to start physically harming people. Like, you'll feel the weight of it, almost like gravity. Like, it will absolutely break bones and crush who you are. Two, because you made a high check, I'll give you the second piece here. This moment is traumatic to her, and you're guessing if you leave the area, you'll leave the space that she's affecting. It could just be the building. It could be kind of the surrounding grounds. You don't believe, looking out too far, that it's all of the Everston estate. It's just kind of around the carriage house.
Traumatic to Loretta or the person inside the...
That you don't know. You're guessing Loretta, but I mean, pretty sure getting bricked up in a fireplace would be pretty fucking traumatic. So that's kind of both, I would say. So I'm gonna... Okay. I'll give you that, and then you need a DC for the spell, and you have to make a save. Is that correct, Allie?
As far as I know, it just happens, but if she gets the bad badge, I would have to make a will save or the spell ends. So it's a matter of seeing how far we can actually figure that ish out.
If Allie witnesses a traumatic or turbulent
Experience?
event through the impression, the spell ends unless she makes a save.
How far does it allow you to see into the impression? Several impressions. So flashes of it. Okay, cryptic clues. All right. This is pretty easy. I think this will be pretty easy. So the first one you get is a flash of her walking into the carriage house. Nero on the ground floor, and he is repairing the carriage wheels with what looks to be maybe one of their kids or something. They're replacing a wheel that was broken. There's another flash forward. The seasons are different outside. It is snowing outside, so this is definitely pre-sundering. In that scene, it's the same wagon again, but it is a lot more glamorous or wealthy. Loretta is wearing better clothes. So is Nero. Nero is walking with a cane. It happens to be the same style cane that is carved on Everston's chassis that he's in, because he has some of the accoutrement carved to him from family. There's a scene of them getting into the wagon later on. Nero is much older. They are carrying the same lantern that you currently have. They're speaking to someone in a reflection on the glass on the lantern. The woman is that blue with the gold bands, like tattoos on her head. They're speaking to her in the reflection on the wagon, which the wagon you did walk by, a kind of disheveled wagon on the first floor that hasn't been rebuilt. Fast forward further, Loretta's out here and there's no Nero. She is heavily bandaged and wrapped. And that is the first time I need you to make a save. She is looking in the wagon and replacing the bandages on her face and her arms and her body.
Okay.
While that's happening, Voss will say, so, gang, we got about a minute or two before the literal weight of this sadness starts trying to break us apart. So we need to be quick about whatever we're going to do here.
Okay.
I think I'll talk to her. Just try to.
Would you like to make
get her
it
to focus on me
persuasion?
so that
What
my
type of
smart
check?
friends can do what they're doing?
Sure.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be some sort of.
Okay. And I will tell you, we are in a kind of a
Diplomacy
victory point condition, but it's not just her; it's the entire scene. So you're earning VP towards figuring out what this is. So yeah, give me, if you want to do a persuasion, whatever it is you want to do.
I'm actually trained in diplomacy, and I no longer have a penalty from charisma.
Oh, okay.
Joe average charisma now.
Okay.
So let's see where we go. This is hard to see in this angle. 16 and a 17 is a 33.
Okay. You happy with that?
Yeah, I got a 16 on the die. I'm not gonna.
Okay. 33.
tempt fate.
What do you say to her? This is going to determine if I'm adding anything to the base DC. Or taking something off, if it's a good talk.
Mother, could you please talk to me for a moment? We need to know what's happening here. We want to help you. We want to help the mansion. We want to help the lantern. We want to help the town of Merrifield.
So shaking her loose. You're trying to shake her loose from this.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will give you no penalty, but I will give you a +2 to your roll.
Okay.
So that gives you a total of what?
35.
Okay. She stops what she's doing. You pause her bricking up the door. She looks at you and then looks back to the windows, and she's like, "Work faster." She's like, "Son, I don't know how you're here, if I'm seeing a reflection of your spirit, but I promise everything will be okay." And you've paused her from doing what she's doing. That gives you a little bit of time frame. You're already dead at this point. With that said, what did Lillian get?
Not enough. That was a 28.
Would you like to
I'm
use
gonna use
hero point or
I'm gonna use
patch?
my patch.
Using your
I'm gonna use
patch?
my patch. Yeah.
All right, Foxglove.
Yeet.
Patch it up. Patch it up.
31.
Oh no.
So, unfortunately, that is not high enough. As she's bandaging herself, when she pulls off the bandage, she was a very, like, classic elven angular features. This whole side of her face is burned up. Her arm is all burned up across her chest is. And you see she's pulling it off, looking in the reflection. And the reflection doesn't match her. It's reversed. So there's almost like a double burn, like her actual vision and this one, where you can see both as you're kind of looking through her, of a totally burned up version of herself. And she's reaching into the wagon and pulling out some form of, looks like an ointment or something. You can't see where she's reaching from. And she slathers it on and screams. With that failed save, you do suffer repercussions from the situation. I'm going to roll the new dice for the first time. I have not rolled these dice. I waxed them down and made the videos, so we're going to roll them for the first time. You take 42 points of emotional damage. There's a new damage for Ethauntia. Yes, you can use the emotional healing cards that we have to heal things up. It's just a type of damage like fire or anything else. As the weight of her doing this, as you see images of her husband dying in the fire downstairs, how Everston died, how the manor started decomposing, and then you begin to see the flash of how she passed, and it goes away, and the spell ends.
Okay.
Anyone looking at Lillian, her skin is slowly blistering.
Everston, if your mother thinks that you have passed, I don't know if she's gonna let us help. Can you try and convince her that we can help fortify or help barricade? I mean, she says everything's going to be fine, but maybe if we can convince her that we're here to assist, we can actually get in.
All right.
I mean,
Yeah,
otherwise I
we'll-
could try and present myself as an officer of the
Bricklayer?
law.
Oh.
Well, no, an officer of the law.
You would need to
Actually,
know the
let me-
exact time frame to figure out what that would be.
Let me try and figure that out first. It might be easier for me to do that, and then if I fail, you can back me up.
What would
So-
your check be? This will count towards VP totals.
So if I'm trying to figure out what point in time would be appropriate for law enforcement, I would think either legal war or
History would be the best. Some form of
History?
history.
Well, I mean,
Or
technically
law,
I can-
if you have law, like actual, like, not law, true faith. Maybe you could figure out if it's prior to them. That's something you could use religion for if you wanted. But history
I
or
can
religion, I
roll.
think, makes the most sense. Law would be a much harder DC for this.
yeah, I'll roll religion.
Okay.
So that's a plus 23. I got 30.
So looking at something like out the windows in the room you're in, because remember, it's divided. So if you're looking at it, there's her room, and then there's the bigger area you're in, that's like the kitchenette and everything. Look out the windows. The people running by are not wearing Earth Guard uniforms, but they are carrying rifles that look like what early Earth Guard members would be carrying. Your guess is this is probably right around the sundering, maybe just before.
Cool. I know what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Excuse me, Miss Everston. I am Marshal Nora Moore. We've been sent to try and help assist. Could we please come in?
The house is not fortified. Before I let anyone in here, everything needs to be sealed up for me to protect. And she stops speaking.
Ma'am, I've been sent to help assist people. I can help you fortify
Then
this
do
area.
something to help. And she turns back around and is like grabbing more bricks and stacking them in the doorway, trying to seal this doorway up between your group and her. So she's obviously protecting something.
But she stopped right before she said what that was.
Correct.
I'm gonna try one more time. Ma'am, I cannot help you if you brick up the entryway.
I told you what to do. Protect the place. Don't have time to be arguing with you. We are running thin. Now, what she's saying, you're guessing. I mean, she thinks she's in this moment, whatever it is. Like her actual spirit of herself. Because remember, she's a ghost.
Right. When she says running thin, what is she was she referring to?
That you don't know.
Do we still have our telepathic bond up?
Shit. Yes, we do.
Okay. With that, Lillian's going to go, guys, I don't know what it is about this place, but I have a very bad feeling, and I'm going to relay about what I just saw.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to say, I think either maybe we could try to get her out of here, and she might come to her senses. I don't think this is a good place for her.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to go check out that carriage downstairs. I don't think I'll make this situation any better, so...
Okay. So you're going to go downstairs.
Carriage
Marcel?
connected to what you saw?
Hmm?
Is the carriage connected to what you saw?
Yes, it was a very pivotal point of these. I think that there might be something there.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So who's going downstairs and who's staying upstairs?
I don't think it's a good idea for us to stay here very long, like I said. Voss is gonna go downstairs to look out the windows.
So you're going with, so as a group though, and you know who's going where before we do another scene. So you're going to go down with Lillian. She's going to go in the carriage rooms. You're checking the window.
Yep.
Nora and Everston staying upstairs.
Yeah,
I'm
in
gonna
case
stay
we
there.
need to Kool-Aid man through this door.
Okay, will do. So as the two of you walk down the stairs, the wood itself starts to feel waterlogged. I don't know if you've ever been on really soggy wood on like a dock that's rotted, and you can feel like the thick pieces of the wood give a little bit. That's what the stairs feel like as you're going down. I need both of you to make another will save going down the stairs.
We're using the big boy.
Stairs are getting soggy.
You guys hear upstairs, and then the telepathic bond would go through, and you would hear what Voss says.
I'm using a patch. So I rolled a 4.
Okay, patch for Voss. This is what I like to see. Everything getting used up in the first hour of the show. Let's go.
And the second roll gives me a 36.
36. Okay. What was yours, Lillian?
That was a 3 on the dice, so I'm gonna use the second of my 3 hero points, and then I'll be donezo's.
Okay. Okay.
That is a little better, but still not great. That is a 32.
Unfortunately, that's one off.
Wow.
You take another 10 points of emotional damage as you get a flash of you being the old Lillian with the old Bartleby.
Oh no.
And then you see him die. And then the memory goes away. And you guys make it to the bottom of the stairs. The weight down here is like being
emotional damage.
It's like being under heavy like water, like being deep in water. Like you can feel the crushing weight a little bit. The wagon is here. Both back of the carriage wagon wheels are gone. It's kind of tilted. The glass is all aged and frosted over just from time. Like it's just dirty and you can't see through it. But as soon as you walk anywhere within shot of the glass, you see a reflection of something looking back as it kind of follows you moving into the room. Voss, you're going to look out the window, you said? You want to look towards the estate or towards the fence? Or out the little windows next to the barn doors that would open up for the carriage house to let you out? Which is over here on the map. So
looking out that would also make me look towards the fence. I'm trying to figure out.
Well, there's the side fence, there's the tree in the back. You can see out any side when you're on the first floor.
Son of a...
I don't know.
Apparently
Allie just figured out the cure to cancer over here.
I forgot that I had a feat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Ma.
So which way would you look out?
Oh. When we come down the stairs, what's the closest window?
Would be facing towards the manor.
Yeah, I'll look out that one then to see what's going on.
So the manor itself, you can see the roofs in the distance of it built, but the side that's facing you is blown out. There's a hole through it, and there are ghosts filing themselves in, like they blew a hole in the side of the gala on that side and are making their way through the library. Because you remember the library is on the northwest side.
Yep.
Now, I would like to remind everybody, because we had another one played, you do have the ability to use the lantern's healing wave, and that will affect spirits and undead. And you do have drowning sorrows as well with the lantern, where you can try to capture spirits if needed. I would not recommend doing that to Loretta, because she kind of exists in both spots, but other spirits you do have the capability of using lantern. The lantern is pretty full, though, so be careful on how many you bring in. This is a heads up. And I'm assuming, Everson, the lantern right now is in the center of town, right? Oh, no, you brought it back. You have the lantern right now. I apologize. You have the lantern right now. Because you just set it down to make it happen, then you take the lantern out.
Eric, can I do an Arcana check to see what true seeing would do for me in this situation? If it would make me look through the haunt completely like I couldn't see it, or if it would reveal things about the haunt for me.
I mean, no, you would just have to cast a spell. There's really no way to know that.
Okay.
Because true seeing doesn't work quite like that.
This is why I was asking the question.
Yeah,
I'm going to cast it.
Okay.
I'm going to cast it just to see what it does.
Okay. So there's... What all does it let you see? Can you put it on screen? Is it a spell?
Yeah.
Right, put it on screen. Let's go back over here and we'll take a look at it. Because I know it's different for this edition. There we go. Pathfinder 2e, man, everything changed.
You see things within 60 feet as they actually are. The GM rolls a secret counter act check against any illusion or transmutation in the area, but only for the purpose of determining whether you see through it. For instance, if the check succeeds against a polymorph spell and you can see the creature's true form, but you don't end the polymorph spell.
There's no polymorph. There's nothing like that. You would see the true version of the manor. The manor itself is magical. You would see the outline. You'd see the wall that has been blown apart is actually there. Because everything about the manor at this point is magic. So there's definitely a haunt or an illusion happening over it. When you cast the true seeing, there's no illusion. This is definitely the ghost or the realm of spirits interacting in the material. So you're in a haunt of some form.
Okay, does it change how the spirits look? Do I see a truer version of what they look like?
No, not really. They just look like soldiers running into the place. They're old world soldiers. You, again, would have to make a knowledge check if they're sundering or pre-sundering or the beginning of the true faith or whatever. But that would be a history check or a religion check to do that. No real victory point condition out of that, other than you can see that there are like hay bales and things like that set up as like barricades and places for soldiers to be behind. On the area that was blown out of the house, there's areas of like tables flipped over facing out. There is definitely a fight from the house to the people on the outside and the outside in. So they're sieging this building.
Okay. Like, I mean, there's no history now. It's just lore stuff. I have fettering lore, technomancy, or
society is history now.
Yeah, society is history now.
Oh, I'll do a society check then.
Yep.
Absolutely. Oh, it's almost a 20. That's a 14 on the die, so that's a 36.
I'll give you another point towards the figuring this stuff out. You're guessing the scene that is happening right now after the Everston Manor exploded from the lantern down below, which you all lived through that scene once already. And you saw the fires wash through the place. This is what the building probably looked like afterwards. The people coming here right now, this has got to be a little bit of time afterwards, but the manor has not been repaired. You're guessing this is probably right after the True Faith was formed. So these would be like the beginning soldiers, like Earthguard coming out before they have like their pins yet, their colored garb down yet, anything like that. And with that, when you look up, while the tides are encompassing this area with your true sight on, you can see through it, and there is an illusion outline of a large ship in the sky above this area. It's not
How
real.
big?
It is fake. It's definitely part of the haunt or an illusion or something that has to do with what's manifested right now. You know it's not actually there. It's part of the haunt or scene that is going on.
How big of a ship is it?
I would say bigger than the circle around Merrifield.
I mean, have we seen the Lighthammer?
No.
Okay.
You knew it was there. It was flame striking units into the Arcodius crater. But as far as everyone knows, the Gorgon and the Lighthammer don't exist anymore.
Okay.
But with that check, you know they used to have when they first made the True Faith, they operated out of a flying vessel. Because that's how they saved a bunch of people.
Okay.
With that
So
said,
it looks like True Faith is trying to siege the manor.
you're guessing the very start of it. Like day one kind of feel. Like they're all wearing the same uniforms. They don't even look like they're divided into the hands yet. They're just the True Faith. With that, I want to quickly cut to Lillian. Lillian, what do you want to do? You see a reflection. You're not quite sure what the reflection is. It's pretty marred from the old glass. Are you climbing into the wagon to search around? And it's one of those like
Lillian is going to
double-seated
reach...
carriages.
Okay, Lillian's going to reach up into her hair and she's going to pull out her familiar, the much smaller little itty bitty baby python.
Baby Bartleby.
Baby. And she is going to set it on the ground, and she just kind of takes a breath and she goes, "Remember, it's not real." And she is going to use Familiar's eyes and send the Familiar into the carriage to get a closer look.
Okay. You can see through its eyes, right?
Yes.
If something
And
happens
Lillian
to
will be
it,
back
does it
from
affect
its
you?
No,
Okay.
and then I just resummon the Familiar the next day.
Perfect. All right. So you send a snake in. So it enters in. Your snake is gonna have to make a will save upon entering the carriage.
Okay. Do we use my wisdom for that?
I believe so. That is something I actually don't know offhand. We haven't had familiars used as
Bartleby was
spies?
his own thing.
Yeah.
So I do also have the partner in crime feat.
What's that do?
So for partner in crime, just for the record, it's your familiar is your criminal associate. I wonder how Bartleby came to be. Despite being a minion, it gains one reaction at the start of his turns, which can be used to aid you in like deception or thievery.
Okay.
So
That's
for what
that's fun.
My dice hate me and they want me to die. That's a 30 with all the modifiers.
Okay, I'm glad you think the song's gonna help you. So there. Let me make sure no one's played another Lillian card.
Don't have any.
I'm looking. You have one hero point that was played by Serving Hands on the 20th. Would you like to use it? Are you not worried?
I want a clue. Let's risk it for the biscuit.
Okay.
I hate this.
I love it. So, Foxglove, goodbye, hero point.
I thought you were saying goodbye to me. Okay.
No.
We'll see how this turns out, I
Goodbye,
guess.
Lillian. You die in a holy fire.
Oi.
You get
good,
transformed
huh?
into another wagon.
Wow.
What are these wheels? Chunk.
Oh, no,
Very
that's a big old no. That's a 25 this time.
All right. So as it crawls into the floor, a foot comes smashing down on top of it, of a spirit. It takes 18 points of damage. I don't know how many hit points your familiar has.
I think he's dead.
Okay. As it gets crushed, it severs connection. When it does, inside through the window, you see a shadow of somebody bending down, like they're trying to pick up where the familiar was.
Okay.
Are you going to step into the wagon? Because I'm assuming you like let it go through a hole. You didn't like open the door and risk anything, right?
No, I am
Giving you the
safe,
benefit of the doubt.
watching distance. Yes.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm going to use the telepathic bond to go, Hey guys, so wagon appears to be occupied, and I am now snakeless. So
What?
Do we think that's where everything is originating from?
I have a feeling. Your feelings might be better.
I
Your
turn my
feelings
attention
might be
to
better.
the carriage behind me.
Okay, so you turn. Your true sight's blinding for a second as it starts filtering everything out. The entire wagon is also magical. The carriage house is also magical. The air itself is thick with some form of like necromantic magic. And that you kind of pierce through, but you don't see anything else. There's no spirit you see, no illusion of one. Remember, the ghosts outside are actual ghosts.
Right.
Other than that, you don't see anything. And again, there's that
carriage
same
just-
bubbling sound when someone speaks, and a few moments later, you hear it through the telepathic bond.
Does the carriage change at all when I look at it, or does it still just
No.
look like the same?
Still looks the same.
rundown
It actually
carriage?
looks destroyed and run down. That seems pretty real.
Okay. We're not in economy yet, so I'm gonna walk over and I'm going to cast shield as
Okay.
I walk over to the.
Totally fine.
Um,
So you're both at the wagon, both of the carriage, I should say, not the wagon, the carriage. And it's one of those like dual-seated, classic Victorian, Gothic-looking wagons. There's gilded gold all over it. There's an area where 2 lanterns should hang. One's missing. It's pretty broken up. As you walk up and look into the glass, there's a reflection of upstairs, and we're going to transition to the 2 that are standing as the door is being bricked up. What would the 2 of you like to do standing upstairs next to the
Can
door
I-
being bricked?
Can I roll society to see what she means by things are running thin? Was that like something in history that like
Like
a
a
shortage or
colloquialism?
something?
Yeah, I think history would be pretty a society pretty good check for that actually. You know you have too many assets, Win. For the last 5 minutes, you've been scrolling for your Victorian carriage.
I got 41.
41?
nice.
Yes.
Yeah. So what's running thin is healers. There was, when all the keepers went away, there were no more people to walk around and heal people. Loretta didn't follow the true faith, so her powers are dwindling. Everything she had memorized, every spell that she had, is slowly but surely disappearing. And
Cool,
she's using
so-
them up.
This is what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
I don't know how well it's gonna go. Miss Everston, not only am I a marshal, I'm actually a licensed physician. If you need assistance with any sort of healing, I can help.
I mean, I guess physicians would have existed back then. Give me a
I mean, it's
roll
not a
using
lie.
persuasion. Is that what you're trying to use?
Yeah. It's not a lie because I have battle medicine.
It's true. Yeah, we know. We're quite aware.
Quite aware.
Quite aware of the bullshit that is that power.
I'm gonna use another patch because I don't want to get killed by her.
Another patch.
That is better. I got 32.
She believes you. She stops for a minute, and she's like, "You can't fix me with science. I need to be healed. I need to be cured with divinity and magics of the deities, the keepers. Not this fake group running around here ransacking my home."
I am not necessarily a cleric or a mancer, but I do follow Targ Flameborn, and if you give me a moment, I can heal
Ooh.
you with my. Power.
You know what? I'm gonna need a
My
I'm gonna-
shiny flashlight of go.
I actually need to
Possibly.
know what Everston's passive sense motive would be, as passive perception. Because I don't think you've actually openly ever said you follow a keeper.
It has been hinted at.
hinted
You've seen me do
and
it.
said is not the same. It's like, is she lying?
Correct.
Is she Nora lying right now?
I mean, we've
35.
seen her burn
Technically, it's
shit with
true.
the tattoo on her chest.
All right, so
Yes.
35, that's cool. So please give me your, are you using persuasion or how do you want to do this? Diplomacy? What skill are you using versus Loretta right now?
Pretty sure she unibeamed those fucking mummies under the tree.
I would say either diplomacy or religion to try and
It's up to you.
prove to her that
Whatever you want to use. Religion probably would work too. It's up to you.
I'm gonna go with diplomacy again
Okay.
because I'm trying to like get in, right?
I mean, all of these work. They're just avenues of conversation. So it's still you talking. It's just you referencing religion if you're using religion.
Then I'll do religion just
Okay.
because I am talking about religion.
Okay, yeah, you are. 100%.
I got an actual 20.
That's
for-
2 successes in the
man.
victory point path. That takes us up to another 2 on that. She stops bricking and she leans out through. And when she does, her skin and everything manifests from that spirit version. You can see she's, bandaged, which you guys could not see previously. Her hands are bandaged. And she says, "Show me a holy symbol."
I mean, it's burned into me.
Welcome to my existence
and
right now.
I show her.
Okay. I guess I'm not worried about your passive. You see her show her chest brand that she has from Targ Flameborn. First time I think Everston's actually ever seen it. We all know she's went like this and light as unibeamed people, as Drew has lovingly said, but
Yes.
we've never seen her show it off before. Todd, I guess I've never asked this question of Everston. Is he okay with the keepers? We've never really had that discussion on air. For those who are new to the show or are watching this later on YouTube, the true faith is a theocracy. There's the hands of flame, which are all the different hands. There's the true faith, which is like the healers and stuff that's in the center of the 4 hands. And then everybody else is considered a keeper. And while they tolerate some keepers and aren't harmful, the only way people get powers is if they're physically touched by the keeper. So that means that they're either touched by the keeper or like a direct first contact. And she's got a brand. Is Everston okay with keepers?
Everston grew up in a world with keepers. It's free sundering. It's not common to see someone with direct powers like that, but
Nope.
we have been through so much shit.
Oh, so true.
He's really,
That's not a lie.
he's like, all right, I'm gonna have to
Cool.
step up my game if Team Formerly Dead, or keep up my
Oh,
half of Team
God.
Formerly Dead back on their bullshit. So it's like, that's a head tilt, like, but not like, it's not out of the realm of possibility with Nora. She's probably got a Rolodex of deity powers that she can go through.
I mean, you're not
What's
wrong.
the right tool
Not
for the
wrong.
job? Nora's gonna be like, hey, give me a second, give me 6 months, I'll come back, I'm gonna be a thaumaturge, I'm gonna fuck you up even more.
Right. I will quit training as an investigator and show you what it's all about.
What's it all about?
So she stops. You've gotten her attention. I'll tell you what it does. She quits bricking up the room. The weight of everything stays the same, and you've kind of paused the descent into just a deep, depressed state that will more than likely kill most of the party as she brings you into the sorrow of whatever she is. Nora, can I just get a regular like investigation roll, whatever it is for you to piece a puzzle together? And Todd, if Everston wants to aid, kind of between the knowledge you have on your family, the Gravelighters and everything, you're welcome to aid. You can pick the skill you would like to aid. We are at a checkpoint in victory point conditions where you have the chance to learn something.
So I have a 43.
Use athletics, and I will.
43.
You're gonna pull
Powerbomb?
Loretta
No,
through the
just-
fucking
I'm
wall?
just kidding.
Come on,
just kidding.
lady. We're going for a joyride.
I think Gravelighter lore probably apply the most because it's dealing specifically with her and her connection to it and
Sure.
how it is being corrupted or manipulated at this time.
Not opposed by that. I think that's a perfectly fine.
It's
Nora, give me a shit.
Very
You should have figured it
mediocre
out by
roll.
now.
Give me a shit you should have figured out.
I'm working on it. I got her to stop, okay?
It's a 35, so I do aid.
Okay.
In fact, I crit.
All right, what does that give her? How much of a bonus?
4.
Okay, so you get +4 to whatever skill it is you'd like to use. I'm letting him use a
Okay,
different skill to
well,
assist you in it because
I
it's
used
kind of a combined effort piece.
I used perception, so that would actually be a 45 total.
Right now, Loretta is on her deathbed. In this moment, she is like near death.
Okay.
So she's bricking this up. It's probably to perform some form of a ritual or do something. And you know inside this place is a keeper that she is also got here getting ready to do whatever it is she's going to do.
Cool. Yeah, so if you would accept the blessing of Targ Flameborn, it'll take a moment. And then I can restore some physical healing to you.
Well, for the last action for the two people up here, before we go back downstairs, what would you like to cast on her? She is undead. She is a spirit. Are you going through the process of saying a ritual and prayer without casting a spell? How are you seeing this scene play out?
So, I guess at this point I would have either rolled religion or occultism to see if positive luminance would heal her in this instance, because she's a spirit but also not.
Sure.
And that's what I was planning on using. So normally positive luminance does damage to undead, but I was hoping that since this was like not necessarily her haunt, but
You would know if you just went through the actions of doing it and cover it up with doing something like how you would either fetter a spirit or how you would, like, whatever it is you want to do. Like, think Sam and Dean Winchester. Like, yeah, I'm going to show you through it. And you, like, salt the doorway to keep her in there, or whatever it is you want to do to make it look like you're helping her. It's just an act. You're just playing through the haunt with her in her memory. Basically making sure she doesn't go postal and just murder everybody's ear.
then I think I'd either do religion. I would either do religion or occult to do the ritual of doing positive luminance. And I'm actually, fuck it, man, I'm gonna fire it up because if Everston or myself need healing, then I can use it on one of us.
You also could use a lantern if you wanted, but you're trying to do Targ. That's right. You're trying to use Targ Flameboard for it. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So, I guess again, I'll just do religion.
All right.
Hopefully.
Oh, you can. Yeah, if you're using religion and casting the spell, using it, that's fine. Give me a roll.
She'll actually see it like start to burn.
Yeah, because it's fire. Targ Flameboard is fire. So cleansing through fire. I just want to point out she was almost burned to death, and you're like, let me cleanse you in fire.
Well, but she knows who.
Sure does know who it is.
So it's not that newfangled fake.
It's not newfangled. You are correct, but there's definitely some dichotomy.
Right.
Between, I will tell you this DC will not be easy.
Well, it's Loretta, so I'm not expecting it to be easy.
Right. I have so many.
Just roll battle medicine and throw like ectoplasm on her skin as like a healing salve.
Well, I mean, so the thing I was actually going to do is I was going to do predictive purchase to get like a potion of negative healing, or something like that.
Well, give me your religion. I'm fine with the religion.
Have this.
My God.
It makes sense to me.
Freaking can of Bactine, bottle of Bactine in my back pocket here.
Right. I'm burning through everything. I'm gonna use another hero point.
Woo! Yeah. For those who don't know where the hero points come from, they come from our Streamlit cards, and they are running thin.
Viewers like you.
So, 21, 23. I got a 41.
41. That is
well spent.
One above what you need.
Okay, well spent.
So while it burns her, you see the blistering go away, and it kind of burns away the wrappings on her arms and her face. And she looks at Everston, and you can see a shift in like demeanor, where she seems like she's conscious of what's going on. And she goes, Everston, Nora, where am I? What is going on right now? And she turns around and she locks eyes with the person in the fireplace, and you see Loretta slowly start to float towards the fireplace. It does not seem to be of her own volition. With that, we'll go back downstairs. Let's see if this works this time, everybody. I'm going to bring up Voss. Bring up Foxglove. So downstairs, where everything has been hunky-dory, right?
Yeah, great.
You're
Fantastic.
both at the carriage. What is the goal? What are you two trying to do? I will give a total, everybody. We're currently at 6 victory points so far because we had a crit, which is very good. I'm keeping track of all the DCs. I have some written down. Some things are easier than other, but you guys are in a different part of the haunt right now. This old Victorian wagon is disheveled and beat up, and nobody has been inside of it out of the crew yet. What do you two want to do?
Well, you said I looked through the window. Did I see, like, what did I see when I looked in there?
Through the window outside? We already did that. Or do you mean into the wagon?
Into the...
It's mirrored and you see
wagon.
reflection of something, but it's shadowy. There's nothing to make out. Same thing that Foxglove saw.
Okay.
Now, we do have contact cards. If you'd like to pull a spirit and speak to a spirit, you can do that to get some idea, maybe in relevance, if you think there's somebody who'd be inside the lantern. The way the contact card works, for every contact you spend, up to 5 gives you a bonus to your roll. +1 per contact card.
How many do we have?
A lot. 31.
Cool. I just played another one. Yeah, I'll he's gonna what the fuck's that called? He's got true seeing on. He's gonna use his talking corpse ability from
Okay.
the Emerald Order.
Sure.
And he's gonna speak into the carriage.
So whatever's inside you're gonna try to talk to?
Yeah.
Looking for a remnant of a spirit?
Yeah.
How many contact cards would you like to spend? You can get up to a +5.
Let's burn 5. Fuck it.
All right.
We have 31 of them.
And you're gonna use what does the speaking spirit do? Talk to spirit. Is that the one that allows you to? Isn't it like speak with dead? But you can do it.
Yeah,
more times?
it's basically what talk with dead is, but it's the one that I can.
That was a power you got for finishing your stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's the way that, like, as the Emerald Order, I'm able to talk to whatever spirit. It doesn't have to be Day of Remembrance. I can.
Gotcha.
I can do it.
But yeah, you can only get so many questions out of that, though.
Well, it casts. The normal spell cast is 10 minutes, but then I have it for 10 minutes.
Okay, so you got a 10-minute conversation. You summon this thing. You'll get 1 check at the +5. What are you asking? Inside, you hear a response from a male voice. And it's like, oh shit, someone's here. Be quiet.
What is your name, friend? Speaking in High Kedraic.
Oh, then it would be like, oh shit, what? I don't speak in the language you're using right now. You sound kind of like a highfalutin dirtbag. What can I?
Well, I'm sorry, mate. It seemed like a hoity-toity fucking carriage you were hiding in. So I was just going. That was good. Going with my gut.
So you see an image of a man in a yellow bandana. It's wrapped around the lower part of his face. It's got a red stripe on one side. And he's like, I am robbing this carriage. What are you doing? And you can tell he's definitely dead. You have found a spirit to speak with that has been here at some point in time.
Oh. I mean, I can get behind that. What you stealing?
Oh, the Everston estate is known for magical artifacts and things of creation. There is they say that this carriage holds the ability to bring people back from the dead. But I ain't found nothing in here but a couple pieces of glass and something wrapped in leather. I don't really remember much else.
I see. How long you been looking, friend?
Well, I don't. What time is it? I've only been here for a few moments.
Oh, well, I mean, tell you what, if whatever you found is good enough, I might just buy it off you. Can I come in and take a look too?
The door opens.
Cool.
The carriage door creaks, and the door falls off the carriage.
Okay. Now that it's open, can I see who's in it? Like,
Nope, you're just speaking
like,
with dead. You don't see a spirit manifested at all. You in the mirror, you can see him a little bit, but you don't see anyone in it.
In the mirror of the door that just fell off?
No, like on the side of the carriage, the two glass pieces that are all frosted over, you can't see through. You can see his reflection in that, but you can't see him once you open the door and kind of peer inside.
Got it.
Neither can Loretta, or not Loretta, I'm sorry, Foxglove. But Foxglove can see him in the glass, though. Can't hear him. You hear whispers of "Hallow," but you can see him.
All right. So, where's this thing in the leather bindings here? Where's it at?
You see, so there's the two benches, right, where you'd face each other and talk. There's drawers that are underneath for storage, underneath each one of the bench seats. One of them is propped open. You see it rattle a little bit.
Right. Take the end of my staff and just trying to slide the drawer open.
You hear some things slide on top of each other inside the drawer. You can't see it unless you get in the wagon.
Okay. I get in.
Okay. So you climb in, the wagon creaks, puffs of dust fill the room, and when that happens, you see the outline of the spirit sitting next to you for a moment. When you do see it, I need you to make me a will save.
Okay.
You're pretty good at this. I'm not too worried.
I'm gonna I'll use a hero point now because I used my patches the first 2 times.
Woo!
It's die
It's like you need new ones that are available right now.
Die likes rolling 4s for some reason tonight.
I haven't had that problem yet.
36.
36. That's good enough. The spirit that's sitting next to you turns and looks at you. You can see that there's a hole through his mouth and out the back of his head.
Oh, he started a shotgun.
In the wagon, there is a spearhead that's broken off. It looks like it went through the window on the other side, and it came out of these hanging racks in the carriage, like the carriage is trapped. With that, I will give you a perception check at +5 to locate any traps in the wagon that you're now sitting in.
Okay. Do a barrel roll. You said +5?
+5, because you spent the contact. That's what that was for.
40.
That's enough. The top of this wagon, where the luggage racks would be just above where people sit in here, because it's got that like high, angled arc above, is trapped. There are spears that go out of both windows, and it looks like there's 2 forms of maybe like a row of small pepper guns that would fire into the seats across for anyone who was trying to rob the wagon. You sitting down technically triggers it. If it's still functioning or not, you don't know.
As in, like, if I get up, it'll go off?
Yep, and I would like to ask Foxglove, what does Foxglove want to do when he sits in there? And you see the outline of that spirit in there, and it goes away.
Foxglove is kind of inching closer towards the wagon, still very cautious, because she is already hurting pretty bad.
She is.
Yes, and I'm just readying. I'm getting a spell ready in case I have to use it.
Would you like to use the emotional damage cards to heal yourself as you kind of take a breath?
Yes.
Okay, so...
Yes.
Yeah. So the emotional support card, the first one, these ones are the more powerful version. It's 48 plus 10 if you'd like to use one of those. They are rare. We have a few of them.
Yes, that would be wonderful.
All right, we'll use the one from Bear, who played it tonight. We'll use the most recent one. So you get 48 plus 10 hit points back as you take a breath and kind of shrug off the situation. So you can feel free to roll that. What else are you doing while you're getting your dice together to roll that? Are you getting into the wagon with him? Or you guys can converse, obviously, between each other.
Yeah, I will absolutely stay back, folks.
And
the whole thing's trapped.
Oh, good. That's par for the course, isn't it? And I'm going to take a walk around it to see if there's anything on the outside we may have missed.
I'm sorry, you broke up for me. What was that?
Oh, I'm going to take a walk around the carriage.
Okay, the other side. On the other side, there's a dead body. It is rotten and decaying, but there is a hole through the back of the skull.
Okay. Well, we've got a corpse over here. I'm assuming that's whoever you're talking to in there.
The guy looks
Probably.
down, looks back at you, and he's like, well, shit. And he disappears.
Oh, well, I guess that's done. Right. Fuck.
Well, I'll let you two talk to each other. I'm going to bring the other two up upstairs. Let's see if this works without keeping anything. Holy shit, it's working today. Nope, it didn't
Wow.
work. We'll try again. For some reason, there we go. There we go. I got you. We're good. We're all here. So, with the downstairs, you don't hear the ruckus. Everything's like muffled because they would be considered underwater while you are currently above the water.
Okay.
What would the two of you like to do as you see Loretta floating forward as I switch our album?
And you said it looks like she's not in control of the floating forward?
No, it looks like she's being pulled.
Okay. Now that she's back to kind of normal, like she recognized us.
Yeah, she's
I guess
definitely
it looks-
snapped out of it a little bit.
Yeah, I looked at Everston and I'm like, okay, now I feel better about us breaking into this room.
Absolutely.
Like Kool-Aid Man that door.
Okay, so you have the ability to attack things that are spectral, right?
Yep.
Okay. So if you're gonna break it, give me a roll to bust through this thing. I'm assuming you use athletics just to. You're literally walking through it, right? Like hands out and shove it over. Give me an athletics roll. I did not write a DC down for breaking into the room. I don't know why I didn't, so I'm gonna write one down. I should have thought about that. I should have thought about suspenders and a giant machine
I
creature.
was gonna say, Everston, do you want an assist?
I'm gonna have to re-roll this with a patch.
Woo!
Okay,
I got a patch at the start of the day.
You did?
From,
One of the audience members.
Oh no, Gluxy.
Yep.
Thank you,
Oh
Gluxy.
look, I crit.
Uh,
Because I'm a master.
Can't take you guys.
I'm not letting the 10-foot robot get shown up by the 5 pound. I mean,
Nora's like, I'm 5 pounds.
120 pounds.
oh, much better, much better. We turned that 2 into a 18 on the die. So,
All right.
oh no, I clicked the wrong thing. I'm gonna open up something I might.
So the brick that is there matches the outside of the Everston Manor. As you push the bricks, they slowly start to dissolve, and then they reappear on the ground and kind of scatter out through the room. Once you get in there, you can now see there are servants that would work at the house that like either like help tend the grounds or repair things in the manor that like work for the family that are laboring and bricking up the room. One of them has got its arm in a sling. The other one has a blindfold on and their face is all stained in what looks like it was probably blood. As they're blindly picking up bricks and like slathering the bricks with mortar, and they're bricking up all the glass windows. Inside, what you can see is there's large barrels. They are gold rimmed, and there is, you're believing to be salt or something inside of them. And the inside perimeter of this room is all covered in salt, except for the windows, the fireplace. Oh no, sorry, the windows and the door. The fireplace would be salted in. And this is all in the vision.
The breaking in shouldn't.
No,
or
you're
should-
fine.
will-
It didn't do anything.
Okay,
Because she hasn't finished
Then-
this process of what they're doing.
I got a 46.
Okay?
That's a
plus
49.
49 with that component.
Yeah, it's you shove it over, you can walk in.
Muscles McGee.
You
Yeah,
walk
all right.
right in. So what do the two of you want to do once you're in here with Loretta?
Although, do I have your permission to stop you from moving?
She reaches back, but you don't hear her voice. She's mouthing, but there's no sound.
I have read lips. Can I see her face?
You can. You can read her lips. She's saying, yes, don't let it take me.
Cool. Everston, she needs our help. She's given us permission.
I'm going to grapple her to stop her from moving.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna snap the suspenders.
I'm gonna plant my feet, and the little
I'm doing math here in my
spikes are gonna
head.
go into the ground from that RoboCop TV series, like just.
All right. I guess
I don't have that. I wish I had that.
Give me. I'll tell you what. I'll let you both roll athletics. Whoever gets the higher can the other person's assist. It makes the most sense.
It's gonna be Kelly. She's
Probably.
gonna.
Well,
She will
we'll find out.
always.
This is one of those
beat me with
points.
athletics.
Spending hero points is not a bad idea. I would like to ask you, would you like to spend contacts to get a +5 to your roll, as the other two people also assist you in the room?
If we want to, I would just like put it over the top completely. 'cause-
Oh, I don't know
No,
if it would be
we
over the
should do it.
top.
So I think we should do it because I don't know what this person is and
No.
what they're trying to take, and I don't want them to, like, if they are corrupted by Darkane, I don't want them getting a hold of your mom. Like, and I don't say Darkane, but I say if they're corrupted by the Keeper of Nightmares, I don't want them getting your
I was
mom.
like, did you say Darkane? I was just about ready.
No.
And
Eventually-
at the top of every page, there's a Darkane tally
Right.
box, like Beetlejuice.
No.
That's
Nora-
the last one
Nora
I
did
needed.
not say
Oh, he just
Nora did
comes
not say
pouring
it,
in.
but
Well, okay, let's spend it anyway. I got a nat 20 for a 48.
oh well, then I don't know if I should bother rolling. But
Is that with the +5, Todd?
No,
Okay.
that's a 53.
So the 27, I got 34. So if I'm aiding, then you'd get a +3 for my.
One of
34.
you needs to be a master in athletics to do this.
I'm a master.
I'm legendary.
Oh, sorry. I meant legendary, actually. The
okay, well
highest
he's
one.
legendary. So
Okay, as you reach and grab her, you feel the pull. This feels like you are trying to literally stop like a running train from moving. As you feel Loretta start to stretch and pull, you hold your ground as the creature inside has got a hold of her leg and it's pulled once and it's flayed all of her spiritual flesh from her knee down as a second hand goes out and grabs a hold of the joint as it's trying to crawl itself out of the fireplace. I'm going to take us back to the group because you have the ability to speak to everybody, and I think it's going to be important in this scene.
no, because I thought you said the telepathic snapped.
No, telepathic works.
Okay.
You just hear, there's a bubbliness, and then you hear.
Okay.
So, in this scene, as they're getting pulled, downstairs is stuck with the carriage trap with Foxglove outside. I will give you a brief conversation between the group on how and what is going on and what you want to do. I don't know if you're yelling for people to run up here, but this is all in the same time frame. Like when he sits down, Lillian sees the body, Loretta is getting yanked. That's kind of the moment that all this is clicking into place.
Wow, shit. He puts on his monocle, and he's gonna disable the trap.
Okay, well, so you're going to start disabling the trap. Not what I asked. Is anyone saying anything to anyone during this scene? So everyone knows what the fuck is going on.
So I say Loretta's temporarily snapped out of it, but now the creature in the fireplace is trying to grapple her or take her or something. It's stripping spiritual energy off of her.
What? Not my fucking watch. All right.
What about the other?
You're
Anyone
right
else
up.
saying anything? Anyone else doing anything? Or is Foxglove
Hands
helping
up.
with the trap?
So, real talk, Lillian was looking for clues. She probably currently has her hands in the pockets of the corpse. And hearing this, she's just going to stand up and go, okay, I guess that's on our way.
Are you going to roll the body on your way out? Roll
That
it.
feels like a
Grab stuff?
trick question.
No, I'm just asking you, so just give me a perception to search the body.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then Voss, you know the trap is there. Are you going to search for anything particular? Do you have the ability to disable traps?
I do, actually. I can use crafting for it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Ready?
No, I'm not.
Haven't had a
ready.
chance to use this yet. Expert disassembly. You can apply the same techniques you can use to reverse engineer objects to disable them. You can use craft instead of thievery to disable device or pick a lock.
That is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Does it
that
work for
is- I
magical
haven't had-
stuff too?
I don't know.
I don't know how they do that in this.
I have-
Todd, Kelly, you've
I mean,
both
I
played
have magical
rogues.
crafting.
Well, you guys have played rogues a little bit more. Does it matter anymore, or the DC is just higher for magical traps now, and that's how they handle it?
So I think that I want to say the DCs might be higher, and then again, it also might
training.
require training.
Yeah. So what's your training and crafting?
Master.
You can make the roll.
Yeah.
And it is.
He
it
puts
is
on his monocle so it starts to like 3D deconstruct shit.
like just envision a fucking Volg with his vulture beak and all these lenses that go clink, and it's just a bunch of pictures of him looking back at him.
I mean, I was really thought when he said I put the monocle on, I thought he was just gonna say I put the monocle on, make an expression, and it pops off and it's surprised.
The monocle smile. So let's start with the rolling of the body. Voss, go ahead and make your roll as well. I'll come to you. What did you get on your perception to find stuff on them?
33.
Okay, you find a small journal that is worn and battered, but still in decent shape. It looks like it's tide worn. It's got the oil sheen and stains on it. When you pull it out, there's like a noise as it like unsticks from the inside from the tides that are still attached to it. Like the thick ichor from like it being washed over time and time again. But it looks like it's readable. And you also find inside a small piece of, I would say kind of like triangular blue glass that is wrapped in a piece of cloth. The cloth is well deteriorated at this point.
Okay.
It looks like stained glass is what it would look like.
Okay.
Perception was what? Was it over 30?
Yes.
There's a
33.
tiny piece of a lantern monogram that is still on the cloth.
Okay. Does the color... Nope, I wouldn't know that.
There's
Never
not
mind.
much color left anymore other than the glass. Oh, you're talking about the glass itself? It's just blue.
Yeah.
You'd have to
Yeah.
have Gravelighter lore maybe, or a really high society check.
A really high society check, you say?
Yeah, give me your dandy bullshit.
Okay. Let's
juggling,
find
boys.
out. Gotta warm her up. Please don't let me down.
Allie's in a singing mood tonight. Did it let you down? It's probably because you're not rolling Ethauntia dice.
32. Oh, shit in the fuck. Sorry.
My Ethauntia
They were right
dice,
here.
except for this
I-
20 now, they're warming
Yeah,
up.
my
Like, what were they
Ethauntia dice
called
are,
earlier?
yeah.
I have no problems.
I'm gonna just do a little test with it.
Yeah, sorry. Would you like to spend the patch that you did not spend? Or not patch, sorry, the hero point? Or you did spend it, didn't you?
I did.
I don't think you have
I
any more.
need to
I will
do-
look.
You want
Think I'm
dice that are
out.
already warmed up?
I'll
Get
look.
these pre-order for the Blacklight Reactive Dark Tide dice.
What do you mean,
Hot
these?
Hand of
the
Flame.
press. Okay.
Oh, Todd did it too. Oh shit, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it twice. I didn't mean to do it twice. I'm looking here. I'm making sure no one else played you one. I'm sorry, Foxglove. You are fresh out of hero
Nope.
points.
So that's 32.
32. You don't know what it is. You're pretty sure it's tied to either the organization itself, like Gravelighters, but it's outside of your kind of spectrum of knowledge. If you had a book,
Okay.
or if you talk to somebody else, I would let you do a check again. But
Okay.
right now, in this moment, you don't, and you say you're on your way. As Voss goes "Kling," and makes his craft roll. Now, disabling traps isn't immediate anymore.
At least
Oh.
2 actions, right?
Yeah.
But there are more than one trap in this.
Well, what I'm looking for is the button to turn it off, because if people wrote in this thing, they'd probably want to just be like lock, unlock, click, click.
Right. And it is in here somewhere. But you said you were disabling the trap, not looking for a button, and the button is not in plain view from where you were sitting.
Or it's on the outside because when they get out, they set it while it's parked.
Probably. So I actually used my second hero point, gone down to 1.
Okay, okay.
So I rolled a 7. I rolled a 7 to begin with. I didn't like that, so I rolled a 13. So that gives me a 40.
All right, so I'll give you one of the 4 traps that take 3 actions to disable. The pepper box that goes across the top that would shoot you. The pepper box that would shoot the side across from you, which would maybe destroy the things you're trying to get out of the drawers, because it's open now.
Mhm.
Or the spears that are in here that go left and right. Because there is somebody standing outside of the wagon. I'm outside of it right now. I'd like to know which one you're disabling. I'm not telling you if you made the check or not.
I'm gonna do the pepper box.
And what was your total?
40.
The one shooting at you or the one shooting across?
Yeah.
You disable the one that's shooting across. You grab a hold of your staff and fidget with what's there, and you reach across and grab the cables and you slowly slide it back underneath the ledge of the shelf. So it kind of like closes up, like those gun shelves that pop down. It's like that with a row of pepper box guns. And you slide it back up into place and you seal that one off. We are going into action economy for at least until Voss gets out of this thing, because it's 3 actions per. So you grab, you search, and you get 1 move towards the stairs. Upstairs, you guys are holding on to Loretta, pulling her against whatever this creature is. What would the 2 of you like to do upstairs?
I'm going to spend 1 action to do up to 5 recall knowledges. What is this thing grabbing Loretta?
Okay, well, let's just start with religion.
Okay.
Let's just start with religion.
That was a natural 20.
Okay.
Ethauntia dice are on fire now.
It is the Keeper of Dreams.
Cool. It's actually a keeper. All right.
Cool.
What would I need to roll to figure out, like, why is it trying to take, like, okay, so I figured that, like, the things I wanted to ask.
Natural 20, it's easy. Loretta's a nightmare.
Loretta's a nightmare, but she's not.
I never said she wasn't.
Well, we're assuming she's not. So that's Nora's perception.
No, rewind. We'll give you your Sherlock moment here.
Oh, no, because Loretta is in a nightmare.
Correct. But what's going on right now is everyone said haunt the whole time, and I said, yep.
So we're asleep.
You're not asleep, and you're not in the nightmare. She is.
She is in the nightmare. Okay.
You're just stepping into it. It's manifested.
Yeah, okay. So Keeper of Dreams figured out that she's trying to grab Loretta because Loretta's in a nightmare. So we know how to, I guess my second or my third, whatever we want to call this, what would I make to see if hurting Loretta would wake her up like it does us? Occult?
Yeah, probably. That'd probably be the best thing.
It's gonna be... that is a 42.
Okay. Hurting the keeper trapped inside could wake her up, or at least stop the nightmare.
Okay. I mean, it's a keeper, so I don't really think they have any vulnerabilities or anything.
That's not true. Every keeper has a vulnerability.
I was gonna say. So then, my next roll would be to see, like, what is she, whatever. What would be most effective in hurting it if we had to?
Well, so there's a few things. Keepers no longer have a divine form. They're people.
Okay.
I mean, if you destroy the body, you're gonna destroy the keeper. If you really want to stop it. If you're just trying to wake her up, you would have to shake her out of this. Maybe removing Loretta from the room, or maybe moving the keeper from the nightmare area itself. Or if you were to look into the fireplace, if she's sleeping in there, slumbering, and you were to jostle her awake, our favorite word, I still blame the GM, you could maybe get her awake. Okay. Those are the options I would say, but you don't have an exact answer for that.
Right, okay. And then I guess the last one is because Kelly, the player, has a suspicion as to what they are besides a keeper. Nora would try and figure out, like, well, if they're a person now, what type of person are they? Like, what type of humanoid are they?
They
be,
look
like,
humanoid.
nature?
It's kind of hard to tell through the marredness of this haunt or nightmare that you're in right now.
Okay.
They're humanoid.
Okay. Are they saying anything?
No.
Okay. So then, through our link, I say, Everston, this is not a haunt. It's a nightmare. Get your mother out of this room. I'm gonna try and wake up this person in the fireplace.
Okay.
I say that to everybody, but I'm like,
Okay.
Everston, try and get your mom out of here.
So that was your one action, or are you now going to assist him with your other action?
I'm gonna. Yes, that was my one action.
Fucking
my five.
good job, Sherlock.
There we go. So then
So stupid.
I guess I can either try and assist Everston to push her out, or I can just say F it and go to the source to try and wake them up.
That's up to you. You could assist and then move with your third action there. But you wouldn't be able to wake her if you did that. If she's
Right.
asleep.
Right.
Also, do you
so
want to be that close to it?
I will try and assist Everston in getting Loretta out, and then if we can't get Loretta out, then I will head towards.
Same as before. Both of you roll. Whoever gets the higher is what we're going to go with. Would you like to spend contact points again? Now knowing what you're dealing with. Would you like to summon those laborers in the room to assist you yet again? And if so, how many? I would if I were you.
Yeah, this is not effing around
I'd
time.
be summoning if I were you.
All right, it's a +5. It'll go to whoever gets the higher roll.
Okay, so-
Oh, Streamloop
I got a
cards
40.
saving this party. A 40?
Okay, well.
That's with the 5?
No.
So 45
okay.
with 5, okay?
Well, then I crit. So
Okay.
then you get a 45, you get a 48.
Okay, that's enough. You pull Loretta out of the grasp, giving you one more victory point. You ready, though? That was not a crit versus this creature.
Yeah, it's like us trying to dunk the Lady of the Tides. We're not.
That was bullshit. So
Yeah, but that worked.
yeah, it did work. So you grab her and get her to the door frame, I would say. Like you grab, you pull, a move to the door. Would you like to pull her out of the room?
Yeah,
And start
all the
heading
way.
down the stairs. So as Everston gets to the top of the stairs, pulling her, there is this trail of like blues and golds and like almost star material that is attached to Loretta still. Nora, since you're still in the room, you can see the woman's fingers are extended out and still gripping Loretta. She's not physically touching it the same way she was, but she's still
It's still-
attached to her.
Okay, well then.
But you freed it, which it's going to make things a little easier.
Okay, well I'm going to use my third action to head over there
So
to
you
try
walk
and
over
wake
to it,
her
okay?
up. Yeah.
When you walk over, it is a dark area, almost beyond a tide's blackness inside of the fireplace. But you can feel like a draw or a pull towards it.
Okay.
Like beckoning you with no words. Downstairs, Lillian, you're running upstairs. You see Everston at the top, pulling Loretta towards the steps. Foxglove, what would you like to do? Oh, and Voss hasn't left the wagon. Can't hear you. Now I can hear you.
Foxglove is going to just look up at Everston and just go, "Where's Nora?"
Oh.
Probably needs backup.
Then what
I-
we're going to do,
Which I don't believe really, but I think she should.
Wow.
She should have someone witness what she's gonna end up doing.
Oh my god. Yeah, the story's got to be true. It can't be fake.
cool.
You need a corroborated
Hilarious.
witness. Nora would approve.
Cool. So I'm
Jesus
gonna go ahead
Christ.
and use warp step. So that is going to stride twice.
Okay.
To try to increase movement by +5.
Okay, that's
so
definitely
my
enough.
turn?
You can get in there with one move action doing that.
Cool.
So you have two
Cool.
actions
Then we're
left.
gonna
So
do
you're
that.
standing next, suddenly out of shadows, standing next to her, right? Because all your magic shadows, right?
Yeah. Yes, for the most part. And once I get in there, I'm going to see Nora And Foxglove freezes, and she's just going to say, you know what? You can do it. I believe in you. Whatever this is, you dunked on the Lady of the Tide, you. And we're using infectious enthusiasm to give her a +1 status bonus to attack rolls.
Oh, I love it.
You've dunked on the Lady of the Tides. You've got this. Oh,
Cool story, bro.
fair.
Cool story. Cool. All right. So with that said, then I guess that is going to take us to Voss. Voss, you're downstairs. You're sitting inside of this wagon. You've disabled one of the 3 traps left. I said 4. I forgot one of them was activated. 3 traps left. What would you like to do?
Can I tell if like there's a pressure plate in the drawer itself?
I mean, again, you know what the traps are. In order to do what you want to do, you either have to disable or tell me what you want to do. It's all runs behind it. Your guess is the drawer you slid open. More than likely, the pressure plates are on the bench seats. You should be able to reach down and grab what's in there, technically.
Okay. I'm gonna grab the piece out of the drawer so I have it in my hand.
So it's a wrapped leather, like a bunch of leather wrapped. It looks to be pretty thick, and they're heavy.
Okay.
Like I don't want to say unnaturally, but like for being only this thick, it's got some fucking weight to it.
Okay. I'm gonna toss that outside.
You're gonna throw it
out of here. The piece in the leather?
Yeah. Throw it outside.
Well, he said heavy, so it's probably expensive, thinking back to Jurassic Park. No, I won't do that.
Right, because that's my movie of reference.
Hey, man, it was last night. So I'm going to set it on the floor in front of the open door. And then I'm going to disable... I'm going to disable the. I took out the pepper guns
facing you.
Facing me.
Not the ones facing the other side.
Now. Right.
There's still ones facing the other seat and possibly whatever else could be under. Because that's only one drawer you open. There is another drawer on the other side. Or you could just get up and try to get out without setting anything off if you would like.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm gonna cast shield.
So you cast
so that it's up and ready.
Okay.
Because I haven't raised the shield yet.
Okay.
And I'm going to, because I took out the ones that were facing me, not the ones that were facing away.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just.
If you're not going to disarm the other tap, I'm telling you, you're making a reflex check on the way out of here.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right. Give me a reflex.
I'm gonna lethal weapon 2, throw up the shield behind me as I run out the door.
Yeah.
Just gonna mention that.
Yeah. I see you.
That's also a 36.
Are you happy with that number?
Statistically speaking,
I'll tell you the DCs again. At 15th level, 34 is the DC. You know you need to be at least a master. No, 34. 15, 34. You have to be a master
showing on the GM screen where you're wrong.
Yeah, exactly. You have to be master to disarm these traps.
Mm-hmm.
So they're well made, which means the DC may be higher than that.
Well, the other ones are. So there's the spears that come through the backside.
They shoot out the sides. Outside. So basically, if you're standing in the door and you open it up, it goes thunk.
As I'm standing outside.
It's like as you would step out, you would get hit in the back of the head with a spear.
That's the one that killed dude, though, right? Because you said it was broken off.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it doesn't reset.
If the spearhead's broken off,
there's more than one spearhead.
Right,
it's not one spear. It's like a line of spears. Because then you're like trying to line up a person when you're not there aiming. It's a fucking row.
I figured it would just go out the middle of the doorway.
No.
All right,
you'll find out if you don't disarm it. This is a reflex save. You already rolled it. You already made it. Are you happy with it? That's really the question I asked you.
And I said no.
Then are you going to spend a point and roll again?
No, because I only have one left.
You sure?
Yeah, 36.
36 is high enough. So as you step out of the wagon, you hear the beginning, the click. You carefully step over the threshold that's there, and there's kind of like a wider threshold that you would normally step on to get out of a wagon and go down the steps, which would be the trigger to set those off, and you bypass it and step out. Are you going out the way you came in, or are you coming out the way the dead body was on? The way you came in is closest to the stairs.
Yeah, the way I came in.
Okay, so as you step out, and that's your first action, are you going to spend it? Oh no, first action was tossing the books. Or not the books, but the leather-bound thing. You toss that.
I set that down.
Do you grab it with your next action? So that's all three. You put it down, you step out, and you grab it. Unless you're going to leave it there. Which is fine.
The door fell off. Yeah, I'll leave it there.
Okay.
I'll start up the stairs.
So you start the stairs, you see the same thing I told Foxglove.
Okay.
We're pretty much all in the same thing. I am going to go with my creature now. I am going to pull, what is your athletics defense, Everston, since you're the only one holding it now?
38.
I'm going to use a villain point. Doesn't matter. Got a 32. I have such a high bonus. As it pulls, you see the one strand of hand, like the tendrils that are attached to the kneecap go away, but the ones around the ankle are still there. As a group, figure out what you want to do. We're going to break.
When the dark tides loom, you send the hand of flame. The dark tides loom, you send the hand of flame. These 7 exquisite members are here to light your way. In a bright, fiery ember and a ashen core, each high-facing value painted in a bright ruby, representing the relics of the true faith. And in the darkest of tides, they still glow. These UV-reactive clicky-clackies are meant for your collection. Get them before the pre-orders close, October 31st. Now let's let the 7 members speak for themselves.
As this happens, I see how I was supposed to pass.
Oh.
I was reborn as someone else.
Oh.
After a dare to touch an ancient, glitchy figurine.
Oh.
Spoiler alert. The character I rolled, her origin is velocity cursed. She is also an engineer.
Now, because we have this, as we will bring you in, we're going to put up the death version of Kelly. We'll be able to hear you. The rest of the audience won't be able to. I will bring you in shortly. Kelly.
Oh no, she's dead.
You let me know if you are...
Wait, I hit it with a 24 or I missed it with a
24 missed, but technically we'll get it for you at a 25.
Technically, then, yes.
Okay. And then would you like to use the power-up weapons? It's threatening to blow up his facility.
Oh yeah, we're not about that.
And he you can see in the corner, he's looking at videos of all the times you guys have blown shit up. He's like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they were all bad.
There's a distinct lack of war crimes in those videos.
Yeah, cut out immediate.
Says, I would say that you could tell him that in trade you could give him a good piece of technology he doesn't have. You might be willing to drop that price down a little bit. Or you can tell him that those pieces belong to the Lakshay Empire. If you can claim that you own something he's trying to sell you, he has to technically give it back to you for free.
That is great advice. Thank you so much. Hey, next sticky pickle you have.
Click.
You think of me. All right. Nice chatting with you.
Time is money, friend.
Oh, well, I guess that's done. Right. Fuck.
Well, I'll let you two talk to each other. I'm gonna bring the other two upstairs. Let's see if this works without keeping anything. Holy shit, it's working today. Nope, It didn't work. We'll try again. For some reason, there we go. There we go. I got you. We're good. We're all here.
Okay.
It's like jousting.
Perfect.
It's like jousting. Yeah, it's like jousting. Very similar.
Okay.
Is there funnel cake?
I don't know, audience. Give me a D20 roll. On a 10 or higher, there's funnel cake. But it's gonna need a new name because nothing in this game gets the fucking normal name. That is the rule.
Muffler cake.
Someone give me a D20. Floor
I
Is there
assume-
muffler
Gun
cake?
cake.
I'm sorry. Is there cake at the finger blasting competition?
That's what I'm asking. Yeah. Is there muffler cake?
Stop it.
I want it with whipped cream. I want it with powdered sugar. I want it with strawberries.
Someone roll me a D20 in the
Lemonade
goddamn
to
chat. God fucking damn it.
This is.
I said muffler, not muff cake.
Jesus Christ.
God.
Yeah, muffler cake. See, Riddles gets it. Thanks.
But I still need.
I'm gonna spend a hero point.
Yeah, you got him. I will mark that hero point off here. So you're down to 2.
Much better, because it would have been an 11, but with the hero point, it is a 27.
You make the
Nice.
save. So high frequency sonic attack goes off, shattering things in the area. I deal 2d10 sonic damage to an object, ignoring the object's hardness. Well, you made your save, so I only get to do a whopping 1. So I do 2 points of damage to you. As you see, like, dents and stuff start to form on you, but it's not enough. You're not made of fragile material. Voss and his partner made you of better stuff than glass. And he looks
lean in, I'm like-
wide-eyed, expecting you to
lean-
be broken.
I lean in.
No, you.
Divinity.
What is
Which
that,
for void, I can create a barrier. I can make a void pocket into an impassable obstruction, basically in front for the next minute while I can concentrate on it. Nothing can penetrate or move through this space. I want to form it like right inside this thing's mouth.
So barring it from hitting you as you guys are lining up to do your jump.
So yeah, so
what does
before
it
we get
look
ready,
like?
when we go to jump, we've got the spear and the axe, and I just have both arms slammed together and the wrists interlock, and both weapons in its hands just start spinning. This purple energy starts like forming this giant, massive ball in this thing's mouth, just like crackling and everything. And then you just see like this eye of Alberath like inside this void, like as well too.
I just want to say you snow globed a galaxy.
I mean,
As well too.
Okay, give me a smash. All right, I will put that in.
Some ash. That will give me a no, with the new one that'll be a 21.
We're gonna use one of KJ's smashes because she's played a shit ton. That is enough to hit. What's your damage?
Damn. Oh, plus I also got that guy too.
Remember your weapons die is up now as well.
That's right.
This is how it feels to drink crash. There is a huge anti-magic area through here, but according to the plot that the course that you plotted, you should have been skirting it, not in it. But that is the only thing that would do what has happened here.
So it seems possibly, mayhaps, null space occurred. It's anti-magical, but we're nowhere near it. I mean, we're near it. We're always near it, especially gnome space, which is a space where gnomes live, not small space. Space is huge.
That is fucking amazing. Yes, what you said is exactly what it is.
God, I fucking love you.
That is pretty fucking ridiculous. So on the map,
we cut to Red Ogre, and you just see her eyebrow twitching.
So
if you all are drinking Diet Code Red Crash XL,
no one's drinking that besides you.
20s.
That stuff is disgusting. Who drinks that? Swill.
Azuka.
I prefer the Baja Blaster.
Oh my god.
The blue Baja Blaster, that's where your endorsement came
I can't.
That's right.
I can't. I can't.
Okay. I can't either. Everyone got their numbers in there? Oh, one more time. What was that, Drew? What was the level?
Level 14.
Oof, you can't get that in the city. You're level.
Yeah, we have to wait for it.
Once you get to Cadra. Yeah, once you get back, you could have even said you had the order out for him. And once you get back, they can just be delivered from the... So everything that gets delivered to Merrifield is at the air tower and the grounds around it and storage until you re-arrive. And then they bring all that stuff in and distribute it out. So you could have ordered it there.
Do you have the inventor feat?
No.
Say if you had the inventor feat, you could just create the formula for it on your own. Same as if you were crafting something else.
Todd, I was...
you just craft the formula.
I was deliberately never mentioning that.
Okay, well, I know what I'm... Actually...
Would you like me to make it?
God damn it, Todd!
Oh, do you have it?
Yes.
Yeah,
I do have inventor. I have prepared a small thing. If it's okay, I'll like to do this because I was inspired by a podcast I've been listening to.
Uh-oh.
Lantern of Souls, open your realm. Accept this servant as one of your own, to guard the spirits we harvest so we may all one day move on to our just and deserved ever after.
With that, the entire valley floods. Depends on the power of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't disparage my investigative skills, Captain Hastings.
So, but the cat...
Obviously, Nora speaks cat. Are you about to actually question that? Look at her. She's aces, man.
Nora, I apologize for questioning your ability of speaking feline.
I give Nora a quick wink.
Well, I mean, in addition to that, it had a collar, and in talking to some of the other...
Hidden because someone just played the Squid Brand ink chip card.
Perfect.
There's another inspiration.
I'm
And
gonna
I
give
thought
him
I had the
those.
last bag.
But I would also like to give him, I'm gonna open a little mini fridge that has like a lock and a combo on it. I'm gonna open it up.
What are you taking out?
And
You've
I'm
never
going to
opened this
hand
before with
him-
me in here.
I'm gonna hand him some homemade tuna yogurt.
There is a feeling of heat that emanates out. Behind you, you hear the Season 1 Warlaner patches are finally here. Glow in the dark, only 95 limited run. It comes with a card of authenticity, and we are excited finally to have it in our store. Link down below. And remember, like, subscribe, and share with all your friends, because when we hit 1,000 subscribers, we have something special to give away. Well, I mean, so far they're still alive, everybody. Hey, welcome back to the show. Kelly might be heard in the background during the scene because OBS is being its normal self. With that said, she is the only one in the room with the Keeper of Dreams, or what they believe to be the Keeper of Dreams. We're not 100% sure on that. They replenished some of their cards. Some people got a couple more hero point cards. We've used a shit ton of the contact cards tonight. We have a couple of attack cards if they decide to use that as well. And then I'm trying to think if there's anything else that is missing here. Any other cards that would be vital to them tonight? No, doesn't look like it. Don't forget some of the cards are craftable. Once we hit the goal of 1313, we are going to do a marathon stream of Darkest House to kick off the beginning of our Season 2 characters, or Campaign 2, not Season 2, Campaign 2 characters. And then I hope you like the new dice. They look dope. I'm super happy with them. They turned out way better than I thought they would. They look better in person to me because I spent so much time recording the damn videos. Blacklight is so hard to record. With that said, I think we should start with Nora and the Keeper, because if this goes south, it's just going to be a ripple effect through. So no pressure.
That's why I upped my refilled my hero points.
Yep. Hero points are filled. Foxglove is officially out of hero points. She is SOL. There is no more Foxglove hero points. You are currently in the city of Merrifield. I would like to remind you, if you wanted to go get the Earthguard to help, you could. Some people played some more Earthguard cards to raise kind of their stature and who they are. So if you wanted to call them in to give you a hand, that is doable. We do have the people in the city as well. If things go south, you could always go grab some of the other well-known NPCs in the city if you want to involve them in this. I will remind that our last show we had, and today as well, we had 2 barrage cards played. So if you want to level this carriage house at any point in time with an airship and barrage, you can fire off that flare and have them barrage the carriage house, if that is a needed thing, if this goes south enough. So let's see. Nora, you feel the draw into the fireplace of this small fireplace inside of the carriage house. You can see the ghostial image of this gold and bluish looking woman. Head is shaved entirely. The bold gold stripes are pretty wide, but there's some thinner ones that follow along. They almost look like ley lines, the way they're kind of patterned and knotted out on this person. They do not make eye contact with you. They're simply staring through the doorway where Loretta has been pulled into the one set of strands that are still attached to Loretta's hand. What do you want to do, Nora?
Nora's allowed one bad decision every season.
Yeah, sure.
Roughly.
Sure.
I'm gonna try and get this woman's attention to break line of sight with Loretta.
Cool. We are still in a victory point condition piece. I will say we're out of 3 encounter mode, or 3 action mode, until combat happens again or something along those lines. Because we'll just do a full cycle, see what happens, and move forward. What would you like to do that to affect the Keeper?
So technically, they're humanoid. So
technically, they are humanoid.
I'm thinking either diplomacy to try and talk to her, or medicine to see if she's in some sort of trance, that, you know, to see if talking to her would even make sense.
Which one would you like to go with? Or you can do sense motive to figure out what they are?
Yeah, I'll do sense motive.
The classic Shadowrun Kelly character.
Yep.
Oh, thank you for playing that card.
Okay, I'm really glad I got hero points, because that was a natural one, so I'm spending a hero point.
Okay, Nora?
Cool. You know what, we're gonna try Ethauntia dice. That was actually a lot better. That's a 40.
So she does not seem aware of anyone who is not in the nightmare.
how can I put myself into this nightmare if I can't? Like, can I wake her up, or do I need to go into the nightmare?
You would need to either go. You need to go into the fireplace area, like crawl in, or you would have to have a way to physically interact with her.
Is she solid, or is she like a ghost?
Incorporeal, almost like a ghost is what it would look
so
like.
I've got my leather gloves that have the hand wraps with ghost touch. So, I'm gonna reach out and try and shake her awake.
Reach out and touch me.
So your first check was to figure out what she is. Okay, so what? Are you just shaking her? Are you slapping them around? Like, are you doing the classic, like, wake up and smacking them? Like,
well, no, because I don't want to get blasted with, keeper energy or whatever.
You've already had that happen once. It turned out great.
Yeah, it turned out fantastic. We loved it. I feel like because I don't want to crawl into the fireplace with her or wherever she is.
It's in a fireplace. She's like crawling out of it.
A last resort. So, she's crawling out of it. I wonder if if I can help her crawl out of it, maybe that will wake her up.
Hard to tell.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I guess I'll try and help her get out of the, and in doing so, try and angle her towards me.
All right, so athletics then.
Okay.
Snap those spenders.
Oh, they were snapped, so I've still got 7 rounds left of
still
suspenders.
burning them.
That's right.
I'll give you another check with them on. I think that's fair.
That's another 40.
Okay. As you start to pull her, she turns and her eyes make contact with yours. The orbs are gold with like a black, almost like ink splot in the middle of them for the pupil. They flare to a bright gold like she recognizes you. There is a look of concern, and I need a fortitude save from you. Not will save, fortitude save.
Okay. That's a 19.
That's a good roll.
Yeah. Ethauntia dice aren't letting me down.
All right.
42.
You can feel the beginning of like exhaustion wash over you, but you fight it off and don't fall asleep. When you look back down, you see her hand that is freed from Loretta is around your ankle.
Okay.
So she's holding you and Loretta now. I'm going to go back to the group that's outside running up the stairs. Everston pulling Loretta out of the three of you. In whatever order the three of you would like to go, you're welcome to. Loretta is still mouthing stuff, but unless any of you have read lips, the only one that I know of is Nora. You have no idea what Loretta is saying.
So I think you said Lillian is at the door at this point.
You'd be upstairs. Oh yeah, you would be at the door. Are you going into the room?
Yes.
Okay, you walk into the room. I need a will save when you walk in the room.
Oh shit. Forgot about that part. Would this be against mental status?
Yeah. Absolutely.
+4.
Great.
$44.
Okay. You feel the weight of like sorrow hit hard when you enter the room, like you dove into a pool.
Okay.
You walk into the room, walk up next to her, and you can see the creature's got tendrils coming off her fingers that must wrap to Loretta, and you can see she has her other hand around Nora's foot, and you see her face like two images of her. One is looking forward, and the other one is looking at Nora and locking eye contact.
Cool beans. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to use Shadow Raid to try to break her focus by obscuring her vision.
What kind of a vision does that obscure? Can you put that in chat for me?
Yep. Spin illusions of flying shadows throughout the area. The shadows strike and cavort, harming your foes and blocking their vision with twisting shadow. And then there's also Dammy. Bludgeoning, piercing, slashing.
My save's a DC 32. Okay. Come on, hand a fire die. I only get 3 villain points on her. Nah, I'm gonna fail the save. Give me your damage.
All right. Let's see.
Todd. You know that's in chat, right?
Yeah.
In Roll20 chat.
They can't see it on screen, can they?
Yes,
Oh,
they can.
They will once it scrolls up.
It is. It's
Um,
there. That's hilarious.
That is 16.
Please play that game.
16 damage. All
Yeah.
right.
Screamed stream elements every chance they
And
get.
they persist. Oh, no. Sorry. 3 more d8, so 16 plus 3, 6, 7. 32. That's 32.
Her eyes are obscured by shadow. She lets go of Nora, but she holds on to Loretta still. Nora, don't worry. The persistent save you'd be making, you don't have to make now because she let go. Voss, Everston out by the stairs. What would you like to do with Loretta?
Is she still visibly tethered?
Yes, she's still visibly tethered.
And I'm going to keep going.
All right, give me another athletics check.
Snap this tether.
This is gonna sound weird, but
Most things you say do.
Voss is going to smell the tether.
Okay, I'll say you do that before he has a chance to snap it. What are you doing with
Yo,
scent?
Weirdo.
I want to know if I've smelled this before. Is this actually something, or is this Darkane? Not actually saying this name, or is this a hidden version of Darkane since it was in a nightmare? If he was making himself look like something else,
yeah.
have I smelled this?
I see
fucker
what you're
before?
asking. Give me a perception roll. It's a good question. It's actually not an odd question. For once, it makes sense for a Volg. Because you have scent, don't you?
I do.
You smell like that. Fuck with that.
I've got the smells. Fuck beans.
There's an ointment for that.
Got
Right. I'm gonna use a hero point.
Yeah.
6 is not good enough for me.
Burning down the
From
point.
this.
Yes. Very serious. Always. This is
Sometimes.
no
Rolled a
fun
1.
allowed stream.
You rolled a 1.
Rolled a 1, so it's only a 23.
Everston, you immediately see Voss fall asleep. Voss, you wake back
Well,
up in the
that
nightmare.
Can't be good.
You wake back up in the nightmare.
Okay.
Everston, you see him stand up and he's spectral. His body is there. The two of you who are in the other room see a third head split off of the keeper. Like another like mirror image of it. Think of like when Neo was dodging. It's kind of like that mirror spectrum.
right.
And you see another one and its eyes are glowing. It doesn't seem to be looking at the two of you. Voss, you were slumbering. Everston, what was your check? What'd you get?
39.
Are you happy with that, or would you like to spend some contact points for these laborers to continue helping you?
It's a very middling roll, so I will spend the point.
How many would you like? 5 again?
Let's do 5.
Okay. What's that give you a total of then?
44.
You pull again, and you start pulling out the stairs, and like 2 of the fingers snap, and there's only 2 tendrils touching her now. You feel one more good yank, and you will get her out of here. But I get to go now. I am going to ask Voss for a fortitude save. I am going to ask Nora what her AC is and what Lillian's AC is.
Ooh.
Oh
My
boy.
AC is 36.
Okay. Roll to hit. Okay. What is yours, Lillian?
33.
Okay. Wow, I rolled the same thing on both dice. I rolled 13 on both dice. And then fortitude save for Voss.
44.
You know you're in a nightmare. You are aware of it. The scent that you got is, you have smelled it, you cannot place it. It's like that moment where you're like, oh yeah, I know what this is, and you fucking lose it. Like you just lose the thought as you come into the nightmare. You can now see what the actual place looks like.
I can?
All of the walls that are here are covered in fire from the outside, as it looks like this place is being burnt down. The windows are bricked up, but the fire is peeking through boards. There is a salt line that goes around the edge of the walls here, but it doesn't look like they got to finish it. The bricks are halfway intact into the room, but you can step over them into the next room. The spirits that are here are two people who look like they worked for the manor. One is blinded, there's blood all over their face, and the gentleman with the broken arm, it's not that it's broken, it is that it has been a compound fracture, and they've reset it with wood on each side at the bicep.
Splint.
And splinted it back in place. They are looking like they're helping Everston the best that they can, grabbing onto like the buckles and stuff that are on him and pulling like the latch points. Peering into the room now, you can see that there is a creature crawling out of the fireplace that is that blue and gold, but it actually has wild hair that fills the entire mantle area, like almost like when a bomb hits and there's that smattering of ash on the wall. The hair of this creature is moving like that. And there are tendrils that are wrapped around Nora again, and there's ones that follow out and are wrapped around Loretta, and there's two of them coming after you. Your fort save, you catch them in time, and they're not attacked by these tendrils. Unfortunately, I hit a 41 and a 45. 41 for Nora and a 45 for Nora and a 41 for Foxglove, or either one of those crits.
Mine is not a crit, and as a hostile reaction, or as a foe taking a hostile action, this creature is now my suspect of opportunity.
Okay. Did I crit Foxglove? The 41. My 10 over.
No.
All right, so I'm just doing normal damage to y'all. It could have been better. 22 to Nora, and 18 to Foxglove. Outside, you hear of gunfire going off, and the bricks start shattering, Voss, in the windows. And holes start appearing in the room you were in as bullets fly through. Voss, I need to know what your AC is with your shield and all that up. I got a 42.
Shield is I didn't cast it this round,
Gotcha.
So it's just a reaction. If I have it cast, but I haven't cast it this round,
Okay.
so it's only 34.
Okay. $42 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay, 42. Is it a crit?
No.
So rounds come through and strike you. You take 24 points of damage from the rifle rounds coming through. You can feel that you're inside the nightmare. This must be the part where they were all like, they're burning it down and shooting it. Very classic true faith move to vanquish something hiding in a building. And this would definitely be before that he knew how to really fetter or fight spirits off properly.
Got it. You said 22 points of damage?
24 points of damage.
24, I'm sorry.
And then that would take me to the rest of the group's turns. We are in 3-action economy. Whoever wants to go, no initiative required for this. We can go in any order you want for this. I'm not too worried about it. Because I have responses with this creature to actions.
So, I mean, we're aware that she attacked us.
100% no. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. She still looks the same to you all, but Voss can see what's going on.
Oh, it's not that. It's more like...
Telepathic bond. I need to know telepathic bond is gone when you fall asleep.
Let
You just know something lashed out to hit you, Kelly. Your leg has got like wounds on it and a bruising forming around the ankle.
Okay.
Same for Foxgloves. Looks like she was hit as a bruise is forming across her shoulder and like the shoulder blade area.
No, it's still good because it's for 8 hours and we're on the same planet.
Is it concentration? That's what I wanted to know.
No, it's a duration 8 hours
Perfect.
thing.
Okay, so everybody else can still talk, and you can talk to them because you're technically on the same. Oh no, you're not. You're in another plane, technically.
Oh, am I? Okay. Well, it's still up for them.
But for them, they can do it. Okay, perfect.
Eric.
Yes. Would you like to go first?
Well, my question is, it spilled my blood, right?
No, it bruised you. It didn't spill blood.
Oh.
It's more
I
like
mean, but it
bludgeoning
caused-
damage.
Okay, never mind then.
Okay. Who's going first?
Maybe I should go first to get Loretta further away.
Yeah, go
All right,
ahead. I'm
make
sorry,
your
I'm checking
athletics check.
options.
And are you spending contact
Hey.
cards?
It's good to see. Not this time. I got a 48.
Oh, wow. You pull Loretta from it.
47, sorry.
With that, she snaps out of it. And she becomes like the spirit that you're used to. The water like hits and washes across the place. And the chance of will saves from Loretta taking harm goes away. Loretta is now out of the dream or nightmare state, whatever's going on in that room. Voss is still stuck. And then because that happens, you hear the gunshot slowly fade away from existence. So you don't have to worry about being shot anymore, Voss. As what happened ends. In the room with Nora and Foxglove, this creature is manifested, this thing. It has that blue and gold in the hair you can now see as it kind of slowly forms out from the back of its head, like where a top knot would be, but the hair is fanned out. It looks like it is almost feral, I would say. But it is manifested and you can see it. You either pulled it out of the nightmare, is probably what you would think, Nora. Like it's no longer in its nightmare or dream state. It's physical now.
Okay.
Also giving you a chance to maybe talk it down, but you need a way to speak in its language. Voss, you're still asleep though.
Is it still in the nightmare with me then?
Yes.
Or is it's out?
No, it has duality.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
So Everston pulls her down the stairs. Everston, you got 2 actions left. Is there anything you would like to do? Do you want to put your mother in the lantern with the 2 actions? Because you can put her back in the lantern with 2 actions.
Glad to see you looking more like your old self. Do you want to enter the lantern for protection?
That would be preferred if possible. This creature is beyond anything I can do. I remember it from my past. It is very dangerous. You should leave.
We'll take that under consideration.
And she would swirl. And there's a splash of water on the opening in your chest, and she re-enters the lantern.
And that's it for me.
Okay. Whoever wants to go next.
So it seems like they're awake.
Yes. Definitely conscious, I would say.
All right. I'm going to try and get them to focus on me and are you okay? Are you well?
What language are you speaking in?
Well, for right now, I guess because they were initially a spirit, I guess I'll default to hollow.
So think of this with the blue and the gold skin instead, and this is what the creature looks like. The skin is taut, emaciated. There's really no lips left as it smiles. You see rows of teeth that just seem to continue forever. The eyes are the black and gold instead of the red that is on the screen. She says something in a language. What languages do you have? Give me the language list, Nora. Give me the I speak everything under fucking the sun. No, it's not on this list. Closest thing, none of them. None of them are close. Oh, wait. Yes. Fuck, you do speak it.
I was gonna say.
Yes.
You speak Nodaric.
Thought so.
Kelly.
Yeah, I forgot you
Kelly
speak that.
Figured out what it was. Nor it's not.
Forgot you speak that. So you talk and when you say something back in Nodaric, this creature speaks back. And it says, either kill me or pull me from the state between.
Then I will try and I reply back, I will try and pull you from the state between. How can I assist?
That's the words she would have said on her action. Her hair is what is attacking. It's actually not her.
Okay.
So do you want to do your Sherlock Holmes check?
Yeah, let's do some.
God, I guess I'll do some knowledge checks.
Let's do some knowledge checks to see how we can get her out of this situation.
Yes, Bear. Yes, Nora, the Library of Languages.
Lost her other part.
Fact, Bear. Fact, my friend.
Fact.
And if she doesn't have it, I probably do.
Yes, I know. It's fucking frightening.
So I'm gonna go with occultism first to see like what's keeping her here. If it's tied to dreams or keepers or nightmares.
Okay, start with that. Let's go.
Try and figure out how to get her out.
Let's go. You broke the victory point condition of 12. We are now no longer dealing with Loretta possibly dying, which was what that was for.
I got 38.
38. She's caught between a dream and a nightmare. Okay. Like in that constant waking state.
Right. So then either
you would know, you would know this. There's a you would know that Shackleford and the dream knights that are in the city, the little murmurings that you've heard, they're basically in the state between the two, which is what you guys crawled out of that hole. She's stuck in that space between dream and nightmare.
Okay. When we were stuck in that space, we slapped each other to wake each other up.
True.
So
you could try to wake her up, but she's not been hurt other than Foxglove's spell, and she's still slumbering.
Still slumbering. Okay. Then
and you did slap each other, but actually someone came and got you and pulled you into the space between.
Right. So then
she slapped me awake though.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
In
like
the
I slapped her
tower.
awake.
You weren't in the space between.
Okay, so then knowing that there's a space between, I guess I would do another occultism check to see like how can I get her out of the space between.
Can you use the same knowledge check over and over?
I think it's just 5 knowledge checks.
Okay. Fucking Sherlock.
Because if I use it and then like something were to trigger, I can't use that trigger.
Gotcha.
That's another.
The Rosetta Stone in Ethauntia is called Nora's Notes.
I'm gonna use another hero point because that was a natural 1.
All right. I mean, why you could? Oh, I guess because you would have failed that check then. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We're burning through fucking hero points tonight.
As a 15. Let's see, 15, 20. Oh. That's a 43.
43. So right now, if you are slumbering or asleep or stuck in a nightmare or a dream, you could technically yank her out. You would need to be in a dream state.
Can I use medicine to put myself into hypnosis to fall asleep? And take us both to my... I'll roll a medicine check to see if I can do that.
I'm pretty sure... Do you have a feat that gives you hypnosis?
No, but I'm saying like using medicine...
There's class feats that let you have hypnosis as an ability.
Okay.
You just punch yourself out.
Someone could cast a spell.
I'm already asleep.
Yeah, well, but they talk to you, they wake you up, then that wouldn't work, now would it?
It's true.
And they have no way to speak to you that way.
I know how to fall asleep that way. It would have to be asleep. It wouldn't have to be just like knocked unconscious, silly, right?
I mean, I guess you could fucking beat yourself into a slumber, but that takes a lot of willpower to knock your own ass out. If you had a potion or something like that, or someone cast a spell on you and you willingly took the spell, great, but that's not how sleep or slumber works anymore. It's hit die based.
Nora
so-
probably learned the Nancy Thompson instant sleep
Let's-
technique.
And let's be
in REM
real.
sleep,
Let's be
part three.
real honest. You love wrestling and probably don't get knocked out very easily.
Right. Would not be
But you
putting
would know a
myself
sleeper
into
hold.
Sleeper
Yeah,
hold.
you can't sleeper hold yourself. That is not a
Right.
fucking thing.
Okay.
Self asphyxiation. She's probably tried that before.
Yeah,
Nora, are you saying any of this?
not yet. She still has checks
For
left.
science.
I still have 3 checks.
I mean, you don't have to take them all. If there's nothing else you want to make a check on.
So she's trapped in between. Someone would have to fall asleep to pull her out. And then I guess my other check would be, could we use the method that we came up with to all wake up in the same spot to bring her somewhere where we could get her? Like, could I take her into my...
No, if you fell asleep here is what you would need to do. Or be put into a slumber here.
No, but I mean, like, as I'm trying to pull her out.
Wherever you pull her out from, she would probably appear near her body,
Okay. All right.
which is in the fireplace.
Yeah. There's really no other checks I can think of making right now.
Okay?
So,
And you have no way to talk. Now, I will say, Nora, you're smart enough to know if you were to find out that Voss is asleep, you could write. Like, literally write on the ground and he would see it.
I mean,
You
well,
could,
I
like,
know.
chalk it, but you don't know he's asleep yet.
Well, we know he fell over. So then.
Nope, you don't know any of that shit. Nor does.
So where did he fall over? Was he in the room with us?
No,
stairwell.
he's in the stairwell. Everston would know, but he hasn't said anything to anybody yet. So you wouldn't
I
have.
could definitely.
Okay, well
I
then.
was planning on coming back and saying things.
So if you
but I
walk,
could
that's what I'm
just do it
saying.
through
So if
the
you walk
telepathy.
in, you would know he's asleep.
Okay. Well, because I was gonna say otherwise, I'd just be like, okay, she's trapped. Like we can get her out, but she's trapped in the realm in between. We either need to call those dream warriors, or somehow one of us needs to fall asleep so we can pull her out.
Yep.
And that's what I say through our link.
Okay. And with that link,
Boss is already asleep in the stairwell. Loretta is safe in the lantern. She advises we run. What are we really gonna do?
I think what we're really gonna do is live life dangerously or unlife dangerously.
okay. So,
So every day.
all right.
So
All right.
now that we know that, I guess we can try and write something.
You got
to
2
Voss's
actions left.
team.
You can pull chalk and write something in this room.
Yeah, I mean, I've got chalk in my backpack.
Whatever you could write quickly in 6 seconds. It would have to be short. Unless you're gonna take more than one action, and we're gonna play the fucking werewolf game where you're slowly writing one letter at a time on the fucking wall.
No, it'd just be something like she's trapped, same as we were.
Okay, so Voss.
That would be my first. That'd
Voss,
be my first.
I think we go to you. You walk in the room, you immediately notice next to the fireplace, there's a fireplace. The woman is like half crawled out of it. Then written in like next to her is what Nora just wrote.
She's trapped like we were.
And it looks at you and makes eye contact immediately. And you see the hands kind of slide on the ground. And it looks like her hands are on like the bricks that go around the brick are in. And it's pushing on the bricks. It's not climbing out. But the hair is like grabbing like the beams across in the room onto any object it can. It looks like the hair is trying to pull her out of the fireplace. But there's so much of it.
Like the hairs. Snack language.
If you were thinking, I'll blow all the hair up, good fucking luck. But it does say she's caught in between. Do
Does
you
it
know what you
seem
want to
like-
do at all, or should I give some other people a time?
Well, no, I had an idea, but
Huh?
I need to know. Like, so it looks like the hair is trying.
You have 3 actions. What do you want to do? You either do it or you make checks. What is that bell noise?
No.
Is that your cat?
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I was like, is that a?
Fine.
Did I add a bell sound to a stream loop card? Like, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. That's amazing.
I'm
That's,
trying to. I need to figure out if the hair is trying to help her or harm her.
It's
Or, sorry,
obvious.
help-
It's trying to pull her out. That's all you know. And the
Oh,
hands
fine.
are trying to keep her in.
And the hair is what attacked us.
Yes. Once you were in the nightmare realm, the hair is what was doing everything.
Okay. Well, we need to either get her out or wake her up or something. So
3
'cause
actions.
I remember I got slapped awake. I wasn't in that part of the realm, but it did wake me up.
Right.
Okay.
We know a barber.
Holy fuck, that's a throwback. Can I find her picture? What was that character's
Yeah, we
name?
do.
Nevlene.
Nivleen. Okay. I need her to, or I need the hair. Like I look at her and go, I'm sorry, lass. And I need the hair to make me a reflex save.
This would need to be a big enough AoE to fill the room.
How's chain lightning?
Oh, yeah, that works. Reflex, you said?
Yep.
I'm going to spend my other, one of my last 2 villain points. It is a, you said reflex?
Yep.
I have a very low roll. Highest I got's a 30.
You needed a 36.
Did not get it. I
Okay.
rolled very low. So what happens to me right
I need to roll 8d12 of electricity damage.
now? Cool.
2 seconds.
While you guys are doing that, outside there are sparks that start kind of breaking the barrier between the nightmare and the real. As you see, and like lights are popping in the area. Because remember, you guys had electricity here.
Yeah.
There are lamps blowing up, chandeliers popping in the carriage house, your explosions downstairs from stuff. Something is going on between the 2 areas. But I swear to God, if you wake her up with chain lightning. I wanted a combat. God damn it.
A jolt?
Yeah, I'm funny. Talked about Joe Cole yesterday, actually, during our live show.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who
Give me 2
needs Team
seconds here.
Formerly Dead when we got a wizard in our back pocket?
It's true. It's true.
Team
How much? How bad is this going to be, Drew? How many dice are you rolling, sir?
I really thought he was just going to cast
8d12.
etherealness and float out of that wagon and be like, I don't have time for this shit.
I did too.
But
I
he's
would
a-
if I had etherealness.
Oh, all right,
Well, never mind.
That would do it.
Never mind.
That's why you didn't.
Uh,
How many dice you
You
rolling
pull
here,
that
Drew?
out of your pocket like Kelly can with items.
8d12, and I did not
Look
roll
at the
small.
scroll.
Oh.
I got the scroll.
Okay.
Let's see. Uh, 58 points of damage.
You shock it for a moment in the material. You see the woman start to shake violently. Some of the hair tendrils explode off of her, burn, wither, like someone stuck a fork in a light socket, but she's still technically awake. Or sorry, not
Asleep.
awake. In between, not awake. In between. What all do you want to do? The rest of the team? That was 2 actions, actually. Sorry, I apologize. You have an action left.
I'm going to cast shield
Okay, cash
so
it.
that I have it ready.
Now, what does the rest of the group want to do?
I have a question.
I will decide if it's an action.
Well, she has not ended her turn yet, right?
She went, did all of her actions, but that's all I will say.
Okay, because the shadow raid is still active
Okay, give me your damage.
for a minute. Okay, cool. So that's gonna be another 3.
And then what would you like to do with your actions?
That's not a lot. That's 12 points of damage. my question is, so we are no longer being shot at.
No,
As
that
far
went
as we
away.
can tell, right?
Yep.
Okay, I thought that.
That went away. That the magical whatever it was that was doing that from the ghost, like the war going on outside, that is gone.
Okay. Cool. Those were my questions. I'm gonna hold my action for a moment.
All right. That takes us to Nora, right?
What can we do on this side to try and get her out?
I mean, nothing really. You need to be asleep. That's you have to be asleep, or you'd have to kill her. I mean, if you killed this body, that would stop it. That's something you want to
No.
attempt. I'm all for it. If you want to do that.
I guess I'm gonna hold and wait and see if the hair lashes out. 'Cause if it
Perfectly
lashes out, then
perfectly acceptable answer. Does anybody else want to do anything, or are we going back to Voss and the dream? Because if so, I'm going.
I'm gonna have the shield slide down the shield rail. And I'll enter Paragon's guard stance, so I'm always ready.
Are you entering the room with them?
I just want to stay adjacent to my allies.
So you're in the room with them.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay. You don't have to worry, make a will save. You wouldn't have had to anyway, but the whole thing with Loretta is done, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. Voss, I guess, unless anybody else is doing anything, that takes us back to me and you, which means I go first. You doing something?
Yes.
Okay.
Could I go ahead and make a knowledge religion or knowledge society to see if I can identify if I've read anything, or heraldry, to find out if I know the name of this keeper?
Oh, well, you guys already know it's Keeper of Dreams.
Mm-hmm.
You already
can
know
I see if
that.
I've read what the
The actual name is? That would be
Yes.
society or religion, but that's, you're talking real high check.
Okay.
Don't you
Cool.
fucking dare pull that nonsense that you pulled with the Plague Doctor all over again. I can't find that.
Oldeby is due for a nat 20.
I've been looking
Don't
for
worry about
Neveline this whole time. I forgot what Neveline looks like.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna try this then. I don't know if this is actually gonna work, but
It'll work.
oh my god, what was that? No.
Oh, there it is. I know what it is. Okay. What'd you get?
19 plus 26.
Okay.
45.
Would you like to spend any contacts and conjuring and talking to the spirits left in the area to get up to a +5?
Yes.
How many would you like?
5, please.
And what's your total?
that'd be a 50 then, right?
50.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. I have to grab this old ass book.
Yeah, you do. Those
Name
rook corners and shit.
that keeper.
Dude.
On tonight
right.
after Housewives of Cadra.
Yep.
I don't think this. Oh my god.
A special
The
encore
Housewives of
presentation
Cadra.
of Where Carol.
I hope someone is laying down the TV guide schedule of these so that we can.
Dude, that would be
out.
fucking hilarious. All right, so we have Darkane, the Keeper of Nightmares. And the Keeper of Dreams. What's that?
Bag.
Hey, he's
Otherwise
not
known
a dick
as
bag.
Bag.
No, he was a good person.
I was worried that as a Hail Mary, I'd have to call him, like Beetlejuice style, to deal with this other keeper. But I'm glad
You
that
may
we
still
didn't.
have to.
No, we will not.
You may have to.
There we go. They're back.
I'm trying to find
This
her
is
name in here.
fine.
This has been so long.
Well, then I shouldn't have said anything because it spoiled the surprise.
What'd you say?
I said I shouldn't have said anything that it spoiled the surprise.
Yeah, you did. You spoiled the surprise. Oh, here we go.
Chat, forget I said it.
Don't
the
remember.
last
Don't
minute.
remember. Falls to the Keeper of Healing.
I cast Modify Memory.
I've reached a new point of anxious ticks. So thank you, Eric.
Gazrian is her name.
Gazrian.
Yep. With that 50, you know she was a Nodarian. That is the original ancestry that made the world before the Sundering. They were part of all of the crafting of actually building the world.
Okay.
With the 50, I'm going to give you a trade secret that no one knows. When the Sundering happened, what kept everything from turning into just not only the tides that came in, when the negative energy came in and purgatory washed over the world, the Keeper of Nightmares and the Keeper of Dreams, all the people who were trapped in the nightmares, they absorbed all of their, I don't want to say prayers, but dreams and nightmares as prayers. They absorbed them all to keep themselves relevant and actually keepers. That's how they kept themselves intact. So they have all the dreams of people who wanted to survive and wanted things to go well, and Darkane also the ones of nightmares. But as a Nodarian, she has the ability to make things out of dreams, like physically make them.
Okay.
And that is the only reason that the world did not absolutely implode.
Okay.
Who's waking her up? You do with that as you wish. But it is, you basically just learned one of the cornerstones of what happened to Ethauntia that we have not talked about in any game we've ever played.
So, gosh, this is dumb. This is really dumb.
It depends on what you're going to do. It might be. I found Neveline. I found her.
That did count as one action to recall knowledge, correct?
Yeah, it's one action to recall knowledge, right, Kelly? You know, for the normal people, for the plebes out there. There you go.
Right.
There's Neveline.
Yep.
Okay.
Neveline, the hairdressing Vogue.
That's right.
Dyes her feathers white to be different.
Shit. Okay.
Oh shit, she's not on screen. I thought she was on screen here.
I've got to wait until the next round then to do anything else.
Okay, done. Sweet. Voss, we're back to you. I go. I'm going to make 3 attacks against you.
Okay.
Only 3. You'll be fine.
Hey, first one's a 32. Horrible roll.
Sweet.
Did I hit you?
No.
Next one's a 45.
That is a crit.
Okay. Next one's a 36.
Voss adjacent. Oh, wait, he's asleep.
Did they both hit? One's crit, one hit?
Correct.
Okay. I'll do the crit damage first. So 24, 35, 36, 37, 38, plus my bonus is 44 points of damage.
So because that was the first one that hit, I react with my shield.
Okay.
So that slams up and takes 20 points of damage.
All right. For the next one that was not a crit. I need a fort save on the crit as well. Fortitude save. 8,
right, hang on.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18 points of damage on the second attack. So first hair slams you hard, shield hits, shatters, goes through and hits you across the beak. The second one goes to sweep your legs and need the fortitude save from you.
Put him in a body bag.
How much was the second hit? Sorry, 18 points?
18 points.
All right, doing math real quick. Okay. You said fortitude save.
Yep.
Just gonna hero point that.
Okay. Another hero point? All right.
Come on.
That was not a good roll.
That's the second time I used a hero point and rolled a 1.
It hits you, it knocks you prone and drags you to where your feet are touching the brick on the fireplace.
Okay.
So you're on your back. That is my 3 actions. What would you like to do? I will remind you, I can still strike you if you do certain things. Uh-oh, MDK, that is correct. You get your 3 actions now. Outside looking in while you're deciding what you want to do, you guys see the bricks buckle a little bit. You see the hair flailing in the room, and a lot of them recede back into her, like the nightmarish elements of her. She's holding on the brick and pushing hard. You can see that now as she's trying to shove away. It looks like she's trying to put herself back in the fireplace. That's what it looks like is going on from the outside looking in. Voss, you got 3. What do you want to do, buddy? He's like, I don't know what spells to use.
Give me 2 seconds here.
You're gonna chain lightning me again? I swear to God, if you're gonna chain lightning me again.
Spell book full of spells, but none of them seem to be.
Yeah, they gotta be memorized.
Oh, I have my staff with me, right? Like I have a dream version of my staff with me. I don't.
You do not. You do not go to sleep out of your own accord, and it is not the effect of how Darkane does it. It is next to your body. If you want to try to summon it, it's just not in your possession right now.
Well, I'm in a different plane, so
I know.
I can't.
Then guess you can't. You didn't enter the dream or the nightmare that's in between the same way we did last time. You do not have it on you.
Well, that sucks, because that means I can't drain Arcane Bond, because that's what I have my Arcane Bond with. So I can't... I can't Chain Lightning again.
Okay.
I can't do anything again right now.
What would you like to do?
Servant Hands has some nice suggestions in the chat.
A rescue team? There is a rescue team card. If you would like to get pulled out of this, you could do that with a rescue team. I will 100% allow that.
Yeah, because if we go, I was gonna
Run to Voss's body.
on my. Well, no, for the rescue team, I was gonna actually ride out and try and find some of these Dream Warriors because I've got the.
That is also something you could do.
But I'm looking. Let's see.
Voss, leaving is a very safe bet. If you would like to use a rescue team to get woke up, I 100% am fine with that. Because I can have the laborers that were here, they could wake you up.
I was thinking using the rescue team to try and wake up our new guest, but
you could try that.
Let's see.
Voss is a much more. Gotta remember, she's locked in here. It's not normal.
Right.
I've stumped my players, everybody.
But the hair's trying to pull her out.
Correct. That is correct. Yep. You know, just to amplify the burning building, I feel like we deserve some fire here.
Fire, Scarecrow.
You grab it. What's up? While we're waiting for Drew, or I'll tell you what. I'll take his.
Creepy.
Anyone else can go. Like who hasn't gone yet this turn. I'm fine with other people going. While Voss is trying to figure his way out, or if you want to use a card to do that, or if you want to go out and find a team that's viable, or if you just want to go wake Voss up so he's not stuck in it, also viable.
And we can willingly fail our saves, right?
To what?
If
Depends on what it
we're
is.
Okay.
Here's some fire for you. Let's just make it nice and warm in here. We'll get rid of Neveline for now. And we'll send this.
So does Voss look like he's being injured in his sleep?
Are you going to walk out to his body?
I can.
Fuck, that's in the staff too. Son of a bitch.
Okay. So you walk into his body. Yes, he is gripping his staff with all of his might with both hands. He is injured. He's got lacerations on him. His beak has been hit. His feathers have been kind of flayed in a spot. His ankle is bleeding profusely right now. He is definitely being physically harmed. And it is manifesting on his body.
Is her sleep a magical effect?
You don't know. You're asking me questions that I can't just give you answers to.
Okay, so one action to head over, one action to use battle medicine to heal his physical body.
Okay.
To at least keep him bleeding out while he's sleeping.
Okay.
I'm gonna set the DC to 30 and use assurance to just make it.
Okay.
So it's gonna be 15. Let me just look that up, and then I'm going to rummage around in my pack. No, actually, after that, I'm gonna walk back to where she is.
So let me know how much you heal him, so you can have that.
Yeah.
Alec Capone, stressed. I just read that. Look, you got options, kids. You can talk to each other.
Okay.
I'm fine with talking. I put you in a dire situation.
So
30,
here is
45.
something that I'm thinking.
Okay.
So do we know, like, she needs to be pulled out of this in between? What will happen if she completely falls asleep? Will that give her a better opportunity to pull herself out?
She would go one way or the other. She'd either be
One way or the other.
fully in dream or fully in nightmare. You don't know which way it would go. I would say the way I would explain her is she's the representation of like tug of war right now in the material between being in a nightmare and being in a dream state. That's how I would explain her current state.
Would she be able to wake up?
Again, I can't answer that question.
Okay, well,
hang on. She's asleep, trying to get out of the dream into the physical world, right?
No, she's on the divide between a nightmare and a dream.
We're trying to get her from the in-between.
She's stuck between the two. The state between the two realms. There's just a physical manifestation of it because it is so strong.
Right, but if she woke up, she'd just wake up. She'd be out of both of them into her body.
If she's alive, you don't know. No one's checked the body that way. No one's crawled into the fireplace.
Well, I'm going to do that next because I'm getting frustrated. Anyway, boss, you heal 57 points.
Okay, 57 back. Goddamn. You feel better. Wounds start to heal. The grin on this woman gets wider as she sees your healing in frustration. Voss, are you casting or doing anything before we go back to the players doing all that? There's two people who haven't done anything, and you.
How much? 57?
Yeah.
Kelly, I fucking love you.
I hate that feat, by the way. I am so changing it for campaign 2.
Change of feet.
I can do whatever the fuck I
Bold
want.
of you to assume we're going to be able to heal ourselves in campaign 2.
Right.
It's just particularly good. It's just particularly good on a forensic investigator.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Particularly good in general.
If she can, she needs to wake up. I'm going to cast heightened light on myself.
Oh, okay, sure. All right, what's that do? Let's go over to the board. What does heightened light do?
It's it makes me shine with light, and if I'm trying to wake somebody up,
does heightened do anything else? That's my question. Does it make it brighter? Does it up the level? Does it?
Oh yeah, no, it makes it brighter.
So I would need to know. I would need to know.
It's auto heightened.
Yeah, it's auto heightened. Object sheds its bright light in a 60-foot radius in dim light for the next 60.
I'll let you know what for casting. I'll let you have a perception check, a better perception check, because you failed something last time.
Okay.
It would be an action to take the perception check though, or you can take your passive, your choice. Passive would not be an action.
passive perception is only going to be a 32, so that's not going to be enough. I got to roll.
Make a roll. Not everything is as difficult as her. This is more the area.
Are you fucking kidding me? I rolled a 10, so it's exactly the same as my passive. God damn it.
So don't worry, it's not as high as the DC of the creature. In the room with the light shining, you can see glyphs and runes that are carved into the floor, into the Nightmare Realm. They are written in Nodaric. I think you know that language. I'm not positive.
I do not.
Okay, so it's written in a language you don't know. It can't be seen in the material, though.
Oh, but I speak Veritas.
No.
Which is the language of angels.
No.
Does that...
No.
It's not the same?
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Oh, right, because...
No.
Never mind.
Not at all. But there is stuff inscribed in the floor in the Nightmare Realm. So that's knowledge you have. I'm going to ask you if you're casting anything, otherwise I'm moving on to everybody else.
No, because that was... to cast light is 2 actions,
then
and I rolled for my third.
Are you going to use an athletics check to not get pulled, to push yourself away from the fireplace and stand up? Critical failure would be dangerous.
I don't have any actions left.
Oh, you did 3. Gotcha. So outside, the only people who haven't went yet is Lillian and Everston.
All right, I used my turn to do the knowledge check for.
That's only one action. You got 2 more actions left.
And I
don't know if you're casting anything, doing anything. Okay, Everston, anything you want to do?
Is there anything we can do with the lantern? It's too full to probably suck her into it, right?
It would be dangerous to do. You would need to kill her to suck her in, though. Unless she's dead, which you don't know again.
I don't know if we have the room.
Yeah, that would be the dangerous part, because it is a keeper. Or at least a very powerful avatar of the keeper. One of the other.
Wonder how the healing would affect her.
There's drowning, sorrows, and there's healing. For your 2 powers. And there's sanctuary, but that's for the tides. It wouldn't really work quite the same way. But you're not in the tides right now. And Voss is asleep. You could always wake Voss up. Anyone could go wake Voss up, slap him and wake him up. Because of how he is trapped. It would give him another save to get out with a bonus.
Voss is our Volg on the inside, but do you think maybe we should have him here with us now instead?
Wait until I fall asleep.
Well, I'm sorry. Okay. Everston, are you going to go over and wait behind, but next to Everston? Because I'm just curious as what Nora's going to do.
I mean, we don't know.
Yeah,
I
I'll
said,
wait.
well, I say, wait until I try and fall asleep. Let
Okay.
me fix that.
Cool. Nora, I'm just going to cut to you because I think it makes the most sense right now. What are you doing?
I'm using predictive purchase. I'm pulling out an item as a 2 action versus a minute. I have prescient planner and prescient consumable. So what I'm going to do is rummage around in my pack to grab a
medicine bag.
Let's see. I'm gonna grab a sleep arrow.
Are you fucking
Wait, no. I'm gonna do lethargy poison because the sleep arrow is based on the sleep spell. Lethargy poison is just not magical.
Did you look up? Can you auto fail save if you want?
Let me look that up.
Because like I know that sounds like something you should be able to do, but I know that I've taken sleeping aids numerous times in my life.
Yep.
And they do not work. I never thought we'd be having a discussion about can a sleep aid put a PC to sleep so that they can jump into the nightmare and do something. Only on Ethauntia.
There's the you can voluntarily fail a check on the initial save on drugs.
So the initial one, so you can at least get in there and say something.
Correct.
Is there more than one save?
Let's see. DC Fortitude 18. Stage 1 is slowed. Stage 2 is slowed. Stage 3 is unconscious with no perception check to wake up.
So you're slowed then on the first drink.
Right.
And you make a save per round?
Yeah.
All right. So she starts to feel drugged. Do you do anything while you're feeling drugged? Or are you just going to lay down and like do your damnedest to fall asleep in the middle of all of this?
That's correct. As I'm slowing down, I'm like, if someone could just make sure she's actually alive.
I swear, if Nora saves the day by sleeping on the job, I'm done.
Lily, as
MVP, alive or asleep.
As Nora is starting to fall asleep, Lillian is going to say, I'm going to try to give her a little bit of a push to your side when you're over there.
Okay. Okay, so if we're doing this, we need 3 rounds with Voss, is what this sounds like, correct?
Yes.
Okay, Voss, so I'm going to do the order. It's going to go, unless anybody else has something they want to do, I'm going to go bad guy, Voss, Nora's roll. Bad guy, Voss, Nora's roll, every time. And I'll even let you use a hero point if you want to, Nora, to roll again to get lower rolls. I'll even let you blow hero points for that, because in Jason Bowman's words, I'm a benevolent GM. So, Jesus. Only time you'd ever use a hero point to get a shittier roll. So,
I could roll it for you. I'll just not want it every time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll just
Voss,
roll the dice and blow it up
inside, a lot of the hairs have been fried. You see them slowly start to regrow. She's mouthing something again on a language you can't see. The hands are pushing. She grabs one of your feet and she's trying to push you away.
Hang on.
Okay.
Ah, fuck. We haven't been doing this for 10 minutes.
No.
Wait, have we been? We haven't been here for 10 minutes.
I mean, in the entire area, yes. Searching, doing, because we were out of combat rounds. What is the reason?
No.
I'm asking why?
Well, crew communication is something I have from being a linguist, but I need to be. If you interact with a creature for at least 10 minutes,
No.
Can speak a language.
No. You haven't been interacting with her. If you would have sat outside the room and watched it for 10 minutes, then yeah. But there was the issue of the sorrow. So, one hand is pushing you. I'm wasting an action trying to assist you in getting away.
The hands are pushing me, trying to get me free.
Yes, one is assisting you to push you away. Meanwhile, one tendril's going to attack you, and the other one's going to, if it hits, the other one's going to do its damnedest to pull you in. First one to hit is a 39.
That's a hit.
Okay. Almost max damage. That is 29 points of damage.
I tried.
You see another wound form on him, and right in the center of his chest as you start seeing blood form through his robes. The second one, I need to know what your athletics DC is. So it's 10 plus your athletics.
Fuck all. It's a 26.
All right, I'm gonna roll. I have to roll a 3 or lower to fail this.
Great.
A 2.
No, I got an 8. You see your legs go up and over, and you see the head turn down and look, and you see the mouth distend as your feet start to go down the creature's mouth, like she's swallowing you.
Is it my turn?
I need a will save. You get no, she was trying to push you away. Unfortunately, that won't be enough. That was just a DC bonus. I made it harder to hit you with her for her pull.
Come on.
Do you have any hero points left to spend?
I have 1 left.
Would you like to use it for this will save?
Yeah,
I'll tell you what it does if that makes a difference. It takes me it takes me an action to pull you in, and then it takes me 2 actions to swallow you. If you fail this save, I have 1 action left to swallow you. If you critically fail, you just get swallowed whole.
Yeah. Seems like a good time.
This is the most hero points we've had one person spend in at least this season, if not 2. Because Voss has now spent 5, 6, 7. 5 and 2 patches.
Went from a 10 to a 4.
Whoever's standing next to him, you see his skin start to get shadowy, like a shadow is encompassing his body, like growing over him, like the sun setting. And it goes all the way over his head. Then that will take us to Nora and outsiders. Voss, unfortunately, you are swallowed whole right now. If you have something you'd like to do swallowed whole, I'm willing to listen.
Yeah, I do actually, if I can.
Yeah, go ahead. You don't take damage the next round, so. Yes, there are certain things that are penalties.
Okay. What are they?
It depends. I want to know what you're doing. I'm not going to go through the fucking list.
Well,
Foxglove, did
Maybe
you
I
say
should
you were
wake him
going to
up
help me
now.
fall asleep?
Yeah, wait, yeah.
I'm gonna be able to. I'm gonna try to push the
Creature back in.
creature. Yeah.
Okay.
And unfortunately, I would have to use the same spell to do either, which I have one prepared for.
Oh, so no. Well, Nora, I guess we'll go with your save while Voss is looking at stuff. Voss, when you know what you want to do, we'll cut back because we're nearing the end of the show here. Nora, would you like to make your save? Or do you find a ruling that I don't know about or some other bullshit?
No, it said there's one ruling in the bestiary that says that you can willingly, that you, not necessarily willingly, but you can try to adjust one way or the other. You can allow an ally to improve their outcome by 1 degree of success, or allow the target to worsen the result of their saving throw by 1 step.
So if you critically succeed, you could just succeed.
Right, or if I were to succeed, then I could fail.
Fail. Okay, that makes sense. That actually is a really good sliding scale. Okay, I'm down.
So then, the one thing I want to do before that is one more knowledge check. If by making contact with her, would that help me fall asleep faster? After I saw, like, she looked at me
I
that
will
one
say
time.
not in the way you fucking want to.
Well, okay, then I'm gonna try and roll poorly here.
Okay.
Come on, metal dice, don't fail me now. Get me some natural ones.
Thaco is back, baby.
I mean, so that was a. I'm gonna.
You spend a hero point to
right
roll
now.
again and take the lower?
I may. Let's see. So, 23, 29. Whoop.
What's the DC on the poison?
The
Isn't it like
DC on the
15 or
poison
something?
It's like an 18 or something.
All right, DC 18. I'm writing this down.
Allergy poison.
Just writing this down.
DC 18 fortitude.
Okay.
So
FDC. All right.
With my
There's no way.
With my roll, I critically succeeded.
So that's a success. Would you like to spend a hero point?
Spend a hero point to try.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, so that's a 4. So it puts me at 27, which would be a success.
So
but I'm going to really fail.
So that takes you down one more. So you are failure. Oh my god. Okay, Voss, I'm gonna ask you again if you're ready. If not, I'm gonna go to Everston. I can't fuck this shit. Never argued about failing poisons before in a fucking D&D game. Do what? I love that Voss just has a bunch of books around him right now, like he's actually studying for spells while being swallowed whole. He's looking through everything in his arsenal.
We're lucky poisons still work on Nora.
Mm-hmm. They do, yeah, I know, right?
Well,
oh wait,
new skeleton ancestry could be poisoned, so
True.
Yeah,
what do I know?
Nora, before you fall asleep,
she's
I
halfway
need to know something.
Uh-oh.
I just need to know how to
Who
say.
do you have a crush on?
Go to sleep in whatever language that thing speaks. Which I had written down, but I can't read my handwriting.
No Daric.
No Daric.
That's the
No
language, yeah. If you... Okay, you're welcome to tell her. Do you have something that automatically lets you learn things well? Or anything like that? Is there any fucking crazy feat that your dandy gets you because you have like a
but I
gajillion?
have a pen and ink.
So you write it down.
with
Okay.
me.
So you write it
I
down
will
and you're
write it
you're gonna
down.
try your damnedest to say it properly. There'll be a check involved, probably
Yes.
occult or spellcraft or something for linguist. Figure
I think linguistics is part of society.
society. Oh, great.
Yep.
Cool. Cool. So what, Voss? Did you figure anything out?
Well, I've got a couple options.
You gotta pick one. I'm not gonna go through the fucking kaleidoscope of questions with you.
No, I know. So I'm either going to put a wall of force under my feet and try and choke this bitch out while she tries to swallow me.
You're already inside.
She still has to swallow me.
I mean, you're like up to your neck.
Right, which is where I want to stay. So if I cast wall of force below me,
I need you to put wall of force
inside
up
her
because I don't
throat.
think you can put wall of force where something is.
you're right, because
It's not how wall of force works.
actually.
Wall of force is a dome or a wall, and I don't think you can use it to do what you're trying to do. If it says you can and there's a save, that'd be great. For invisible wall, pure magical energy up to 50 foot long and up to 20 foot high. The wall has no discernible thickness. You must create the wall in an unbroken open space so the edges don't pass through any creatures or objects. So no.
It's not passing through it. I'm making a coin in her throat.
You can't. It's its size. You can't shape it.
All right.
Nice try.
All right. Then I need to make a will save.
Okay.
Summon a monster.
Make your will save. What could go wrong?
I mean, I'm spending hero points to willingly fail saves.
What
so.
could go wrong?
No, I need her to make a will save.
Oh, me? Oh, I apologize.
Yeah,
you. Is it mind affecting? Do I want to spend my last villain point? I do.
No, it's not mind affecting.
Okay, I just want to know for my bonuses. All right, man. Will save?
Yeah.
I got 31.
My spell DC is a 36.
What happens?
I don't know. What happens when I cast banishment on her and she fails?
Can you put banishment in the chat, please? I'm a little worried, to be honest. If this ends with a banishment spell.
Oh, one creature that.
Because I know she's not trying to swallow me. The other thing is. So.
You can only cast on what you can see right now. You're casting on the thing in front of you, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing that is swallowing me.
Yeah, correct. I'm just making sure.
Yep.
Oh, you put it up? Thank you. All right. Let's look and see what you get here. It says saving throw 32 for banishment. Missed by
that's
one.
what I would have rolled.
No, that's not what that is. Saving throw DC is my DC. It's a 32 is what it says.
Yeah.
That's weird. Because my spell DC is a 36. I'm not sure why that's coming up wrong.
It should be 10 plus your level plus your training. 10 plus your training plus your stat.
Right.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
10
so it
plus
should
5
be-
plus 21 is 36.
Yeah.
You're missing something in there.
Someone-
So if it's 36,
My
either way I
spell DC
failed.
is master.
It's just not critical. I'm just making sure. Maybe you don't have the master clicked or something, but that's what the saving throw DC is. So you send a target back to its home plane. The target must attempt a will save. You can spend an extra action while casting the spell to add material component to give the creature a -2 circumstance penalty. If it saves, the component must be specially gathered. Ooh, an anthem. Okay. You do... oh, no, you left it downstairs. Do I just go away? Is that what this does?
Home plane of
The
existence.
target resists being... Oh, no. Okay, that's success. Failure. Target is banished. Yeah, the shadow disappears off his body outside. The creature in front of you disappears, but the blue and gold is still there. But she is holding you and like pushing you away. She's not awake.
At this point, pulling me out of her throat. Reverse
No,
Freddy
she's
Krueger?
further inside of it. Your feet would be like past her shoulders.
Oh. And it just goes away. I reach
Your feet
down
are just
and
inside a
offer her hand.
fireplace. You use all your actions. You're done.
Okay.
Because you cast it. Did you do a 2 or is that a 3? Is
It's
it
a
2?
2 action.
2 action. Okay, you didn't use components. So yeah, you could reach down and help her then. That's fair. So you reach down and
Yeah.
give her a hand. She reaches up and grabs your hand. Voss, I need a fortitude save, a will save, and a reflex save.
Okay.
I've never had to do a 3 save thing before.
I may not have to continue falling asleep. We'll find out how this ends.
On next episode of
Fortitude.
Dragon Ball Z.
Fortitude is a 37.
Okay, you made the first one.
Reflex save is a 41.
You made the second one.
Will save is again a 37.
That is enough to pull her out of the dream into the nightmare with you.
Okay.
She's standing next to you. She is in gold and white robes with stars and almost like astrology symbols on her that connect, and they make out shapes. The first one makes a shape of you. The second one makes a shape of her down each side of her robes. And she is standing in the nightmare with you. We go back to the outside. Nora.
Trying to fall asleep.
See if you can fall the fuck asleep. I swear to God.
Go the fuck
Please
to sleep.
go the fuck to sleep.
So-
Hashtag wizard shit.
I got
Fuck off back to Grimmer space.
Oh, God.
Oh boy. All right, I got another 4.
Okay.
So that's a 27, which is a success, but not a crit success. I'm gonna willingly
Nora,
fail
you
it.
stand up next to the fireplace. You see the boss is standing with the woman outside of the fireplace in this realm. There are carvings all over the floor. The walls are on fire here still. That has not gone away. And you're definitely in a nightmare escape. Inside the fireplace, you see 2 red eyes peering out, but it is definitely stuck inside whatever that fireplace is. In the dark, all over the ground, they are runes and rituals that bind that whatever that thing is inside the fireplace. No requirement do you need to roll. You can read it and you're smart enough. I am not worried about it. Because you just roll 5 fucking times until you figure it out.
Right. So
Sometimes
I
you're just level 15. What can I say?
Right. I just turned to boss. I'm like, okay, so clearly we can't disturb those sigils because that's what's keeping that thing in there.
She's speaking no dark. He doesn't understand her, but you can understand her. She's saying, thank you so much. I have been trapped here for so long. I've been fighting against this nightmare beast forever. I think it is an animated nightmare. Then when she sees you seem to be understanding her, she stops talking to Voss and turns and speaks to you. Thank you so much. She's grabbing your hands. I need a will save from you when she touches you.
Okay. Nora's like, wait, I just fell asleep. What's going on? That's an 18, 26, 18, 26, 44.
You are already asleep. You know you're in the nightmare with him. When she touches you, there is a draw to her. Like she's trying to pull you into her dream. What was your total? 30 what?
44.
Oh, you're fine.
44.
She doesn't get to do it.
Okay.
You don't think she's trying to. It just seems to be what happens when she makes contact with somebody.
Okay.
We need to get her a pair of gloves.
She's wearing gloves.
That's not gonna
We need
help.
to get her a thicker pair of gloves.
Okay, well we can deal with that
Outside,
later.
Nora's snoring. Voss is asleep. There's no shadow on him anymore. The fireplace is burning. You can see that. You couldn't see that before. What does everybody want to do to close our show out here? You guys are now literally divided between 2 places.
Gee, that's never happened before.
Oh gosh.
Not
no,
like
let's
this. Not with
Lillian
a
is going to
keeper, maybe?
Must be a Tuesday.
Lillian just looks over at Everston.
So he's out in the
Yes,
hall
sir.
above Voss's body.
Do you want to like consolidate the sleepy heads?
You mean put
Just
them in
leave
the
them in the
same?
same room until they wake up.
Are you staying in the carriage house with the bodies?
It's a terrible idea to do that, but also I don't want to get too far away.
You're only an action away from each one.
Let's move them a short distance away from the house.
So you're going to walk out of the carriage with it. Carriage house with both of them. Okay. So you walk back downstairs carrying both of them. I'm not worried about it. When you walk out, you start to feel the bodies tug when you get too far from the carriage. You could continue walking. Inside the nightmare, you both feel a pull. And she like grabs to like reach to grab onto both of you.
I think we found the limit.
Okay,
Do you stop moving?
Yes.
Okay,
Well,
then there's no roll required inside the nightmare.
So now we just need to figure out how to wake up.
He can wake you up.
Right.
Voss could just wake you guys up. You just don't know how to wake her up.
Right, but I'm hoping now that I can converse with her without craziness happening, and I've got the other person, wizard, with me.
Right, she would tell you, I am trapped here within the confines. I was helping Loretta hold this creature inside the fireplace when we were attacked.
Okay, well, she was trapped in a nightmare of her own, and she misunderstood and thought you were a creature that needed to be trapped, which is why she was bricking you up.
She was I was assisting her. She probably just feels drawn to finishing the job. She died here. That's what she would say.
Okay.
Are you relaying this, Nora?
Yeah. I know we're taking a hit to diplomacy checks with her, whatever, but this is important. So, actually,
checks made right now.
Actually, since we're on the same plane, can I just do the telepathic thing now?
Oh.
Our telepathic link? If
Oh,
it's an 8-hour
yeah,
duration?
I mean, because it's still going.
Yeah, between the two of you, I would say for the sake of argument, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, mentally, I'm relaying, like, okay, this is what she's saying. I turn to her, I'm like, yeah, so I ask her, like, did you pass here as well?
No, I exist in another place. I just came here to help her. We were working on a manuscript for this organization she was building with her husband. Something to help the Sundering when it happened. I warned her what would happen when the world shattered, and I was here to help her craft at least a way to keep purgatory usable for the spirits and souls of this world.
Okay.
But now I believe I am either trapped where my body was, or I may not exist anymore. I'm not sure. I shouldn't be here. This is a nightmare, and I don't exist in nightmares. We are
there's
diametrically opposed to nightmares and dreams.
There's been a situation where the Keeper of Nightmares has been using the things that Loretta and her husband created to gain followers, and has gained quite a bit of power. So,
was he summoned to the material at any point? Does he have a disciple or someone of power that he can manifest himself in?
he does have a disciple, but they seem to be trying to help us, so I don't know if they're helping without the knowledge of him being able to take control of them, or if it's a different aspect of the Keeper of Nightmares trying to restrain what is going on. We're not sure.
She reaches down and pulls her robe up and starts to tear the hem off around the bottom of it, this big gold strip. And she takes it and she holds it out and says, can you take this? If you were to cut it in half, you probably could get 2 pieces of this fabric out. This is a thread of ageless materials. You could still speak to me when you sleep if you were wearing this. If you cut it in half, it may work for 2, but I know 1 will work for sure. She's giving you material to craft, basically like a headband or like a sleep mask, so that when you fall asleep, you can speak to her and dream.
Okay.
It's a crafting roll to make the object. On failure, there's enough to make a second one. If you want to risk it, you can make 2.
Okay.
But you should not stay in this nightmare any longer. His reach is far and wide. He will know we are here. We should leave before the beast leaves the fireplace. Please, let me at least hold on to one of you as you wake up. It'll allow me to try to get back to my home.
That's one of the reasons I came in here was to try and help you wake up. So
are you both going to let her hang on, or are one of you going to?
Boss, I think.
How many spirits do you want tethered to you?
It's not a spirit. If anyone would like to make an arcane or a religion check, you can make one on this before things go south, if possibly go south, and I'll let you know what happens if she fails or save.
I will roll religion if you want to roll arcana.
I rolled a 1 on arcana. I have no idea.
Would you like to spend a hero point?
I don't have any.
Oh, okay.
We'll roll. Religion.
Boss man, you got shook today. You got beat up. You got whooped on. You normally don't take damage. Like, your brain ain't functioning right. You literally have a bird brain now.
Okay, I got a 37.
Okay.
Religion.
If she fails her save, there's a chance she'll yank one of you back into the nightmare with her. If she makes it, she'll successfully make it back to wherever her home is, whatever she's calling her home. Probably somewhere in the dream realm.
Okay, well, if both of us go with her, if she holds on to both of us, would that
It gives her 2
increase her
chances.
Okay.
But if I fail twice, you're both fucked.
Well, we fail twice. We have a potential plan to at least get back to the safe spot we set up. So,
All right, I'm going to ask, do you want me to roll, or do you want me to have the audience roll?
I don't know, man.
Audience. I mean, they haven't really rolled.
Hey,
much
okay, fine.
tonight,
Can I get a D20 roll in the chat? We are looking for a 40. I have a plus 32.
All right,
8 or
so
higher.
boss,
8
are
or
we?
higher.
Boss, are we both holding on to her then? We're doing it.
All right.
Snora Tenwick.
That's right.
I need a D20 roll from the audience, then exclamation point D20. While we are waiting for this, I just want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We had a very pivotal episode today. You guys found out a lot of stuff.
Oh my God, Bear!
Bear.
Oh.
She gets a second roll because we're both helping her.
She gets a second roll. Oh my God, please let this end in catastrophe. For fuck's sake, please let this go sideways. Oh, sweet God. Can I get another D20 roll in the audience? As we're waiting for the roll, thank you for joining. For those who were here earlier, I'll play it on Exit again. The new dice are out that you can get. This is our season 3. These are the Hand of Flame dice. They're blacklight reactive. They're super fucking dope. You can only pre-order them through October. There's still a few patches left, but not a lot. 3 deaths in the tank. Unfortunately, this doesn't kill you. That's the problem. There are patches available still. If you want to be able to give patches to the players, that patch allows you to give them a patch during the show that gives them a free hero point. And hero points are epic cards now, so they're a lot harder for people to get. We are at 11:48 of our 13:13 for our marathon.
Oh my God, Bear!
God damn it. Why did someone else not roll?
Well, everybody, we'll see you next week for something I was not prepared for. I really figured 2 would be enough to get out of here.
Wait, does she have a villain point left?
She doesn't get villain points. She's not a villain.
Flames.
It was for the other.
Flames on the side of my face.
Oh, Bear.
Does she have hero points then?
No. She doesn't get anything like that. I gave it to her by letting her have 2 rolls.
What if we slip you a 20?
With that, I guess we'll be using the escape team card next week as they go in to find Nora Voss and the Keeper of Dreams. I was not expecting this to happen. As the camera pans back, you both see Everson set the bodies down, and their eyes are star fields as they are laying there in slumber. No amount of slapping them, prodding them, poking them, stabbing them wakes them up. Well, everybody, I'll see you on Friday.
Know any good card games?
For Shackleford Dreadfuls. As we play Shackleford Dreadful, I will see how this goes with them. Thank you for joining us. A lot of amazingly bad rolls tonight. This made my GMing experience so much better. And I hope everyone is ready for next week. I don't really think we have anyone to raid tonight. I will double check here. I don't think
I see
perception is perception up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're up. They're probably about to log off though.
Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna play our ad again for the new dice. Say bye, everybody.
Fuck out of here.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Fuck. Thanks, Bear.
Hey, Bear. I just want to say thank you for these wonderful roles as one GM to a non-GM. I cannot thank you enough for giving me a chance to run them in the Dream Realm. I was so excited to be back in Merrifield. We're not frozen. I'm just long pausing that for you, Bear. But don't worry, they're not dead yet.
We have something special. The Season 1 Warlaner patches are finally here. Glow in the dark, only 95 limited run. It comes with a card of authenticity, and we are excited finally to have it in our store. Link down below. And remember, like, subscribe, and value painted in a bright ruby, representing the relics of the true faith. And in the darkest of times, they still glow. These UV reactive clicky clackies are meant for your collection. Get them before the pre-orders close, October 31st. Now let's let the 7 members speak for themselves.